don't you yada yada over the best part?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great episode of the Yadda Yadda podcast, man. The most important Sunday of 2025 is happening right here because it's our first episode of the new year. It's the kid Joe Cornejo, Black Hyphy here, Nelson in the building, Sebastian, and for the first episode of 2025, we had to do it big, man. So we had to get the engineer of Kansas City, man, the producer that's making the city hot right now, Mr. CodeRed. How you doing, baby?
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Round of applause, Andre. Give me some bombs too while we at it. Woo! Beautiful Sunday, fellas. Woo!
It is.
First part of the year, baby.
Joe's just.
We back.
You're a caffeine pill. How many coffees you have today? How much Starbucks you get?
Just one.
Just one.
No frappe today. We're not geeking. We just having a good day.
Hey,
CodeRed's here.
Whenever he got the frappe,
it's a different energy on the pod.
It's a good day.
Let me tell you, it's a good time. But today's a good episode. We got a special guest, CodeRed, because before the year ended, 2024, you dropped your EP, Cold Cuts.
Yes, sir.
Got the city popping. You've been promoting it really well, dropping
Thank you.
videos
Thank you.
for every song so far. It seems like, man, how's it
Appreciate
feel now that Cold Cuts is out into the world? How you feeling?
You know, I always feel this way. I'm happy that it's out. I always feel this way, though. It's like I've been listening to Cold Cuts for 2-3 months before it came out, bro. So
By the time it's out, you're
I'm
like,
ready
all
for
right.
the next thing. But I appreciate you guys, mentioning the content and all that shit. Like I tried to put it all together so it's like seamless. You know what I mean? Like just keeps it rolling. So I'm glad that it's out. I'm glad people are fucking with it. I'm glad that, I got a lot of great artists on there. That's the biggest part to me is the collab with them while we're making the shit. So happy that it's out, man.
Yeah. And when it comes to a project like Cold Cuts, when do you know you're making a project as a guy who is an engineer and a producer?
Well, this is only my second project. So the first project, Seasides and Rarities, was like a collab. I pulled from here and here and here songs we already had made for that shit. So it was like, that was just a collection of songs that artists weren't dropping and that shit needed to come out. So I'm fucking putting it out.
So that's why the name is
Yeah.
Seasides and Rarities.
This tape, Cold Cuts, was more of like, I had kind of been like MIA in terms of like dropping my own shit like all last year because I was working on my studio. So I was like at the end of the year, music slows down for everybody else. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna put out a little something. I mean, I only started working when I decided I'm gonna put out Cold Cuts was only in November. So I put that bitch out in December.
Shit.
I had some of the songs already made, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The cypher we put together probably last week in November-ish. That was the last song to be made was the cypher.
The Cold Cut Cypher.
Yeah. And then, but like Rent Due, we recorded that bitch back in probably May. It was supposed to go on TC's tape, but don't get me started on him. He knows he don't drop enough. I'll be on his ass.
I talked to him about it at Shay show.
Yeah, so I stole that one from him. I'm like, this song Raw is my favorite song on Cold Cuts just because I fuck with the beat so much. And them two dudes together just slide, bro. Like
That was a great collab too.
Yeah,
This is one we haven't seen yet. And when we heard it, it's just like, wow, that actually was perfect.
yeah, just that beat plus, TC's so fucking brash, bro, that he just grabs your attention. And Dame is just like, I just love the swag. So that's two of my favorite artists. Got them on a song together. That's definitely a highlight for me from the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so when you were putting together the Cold Cut Cypher, did you have those three artists in mind already for that track? Or is this something that just kind of came together piece by piece?
Well, I knew I was going to have Shay on there because Shay to me, one of the hardest like bar for bar rappers like that I work with. So I knew she was going to be on it. And I said, okay, who can fuck around and actually hang with her like that? Who's she not going to embarrass on this shit? You know what I mean? So I know Rico and Bino are going to come with bars every time and they're going to stand on their shit too. So I just wanted it to be straight, hard ass rap through that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That shit was tough, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got Rico Slim, man. It's always good to see the homie Rico out and about, man.
I love Rico.
You got to get Rico more active, man.
Bro, if I spent all my time trying to get everybody active as they need to fucking be, I would be doing nothing but that, dog.
Message. Hit it, Andre.
Message.
Yeah.
Life of an engineer, though. Life of a producer. That's usually how it goes. Just like, do you often feel like when you work with artists, sometimes you got to kind of help give them a little extra push?
It just depends who you're working with, bro, on what kind of push they need. You know what I mean? Some artists need a creative push. Some artists need like the hard work for being an artist is everything outside the studio. Honestly, the shit in the studio is so easy, bro. Especially when you're talented as some of the guys that were on the EP or some of the artists we have in the city. The music is so fucking easy. everything else is the hard part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can name an artist from the city that, especially if I work with them, and I swear to God, we got 200 songs. It's just a matter of them getting the package together outside of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People be so caught up in self-conscious in the presentation of it, which is a major part of it. I feel like that's the part that's holding a lot of artists back. In the studio, the shit's easy. Shit flows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like me and Chris Doms joke all the time about how like the music is literally the easiest part of being
Oh
an
God,
artist.
bro.
Like, it's just like you said, everything else around it.
Yes.
So this being like your first album you put together from like new music top to bottom, essentially. How was it being in the conductor's seat of putting together an album and then packaging it, presenting it?
You know, I like to give a lot of creative control to the people that work with me on it too, right? So like a lot of the lyrical concepts and like the themes of the songs, I leave that for the artists, room for them to get their input into that as well, right? So as a producer, I really work well by taking what you have as an artist and putting that in together as a product, right? I don't consider myself necessarily a songwriter. I don't consider myself a lyricist by any means. I definitely am not like amazing about coming up with like some of the melodies that these guys come up with vocally and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I work more of, let me take what you're doing right here and we'll put it right here, etc. So I kind of leave room for everybody to collaborate in that process as well. And then like even with the photography and the cover, like BB Chaco did that shit. Like I just tell her this is what I want to do and she'll make it happen. You know what I mean? Like it's all her idea. Idea, yeah.
That shit is fire. You eat it at the deli behind there?
Have I ate there before?
Yeah.
I've ate there once before.
My homie Derek just put me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like you know, a nice coincidence.
You know, it's funny because I went in there before the shoot, before BB had pulled up, and I was talking to them, and they were hella nice, and like they saw us shooting videos or flicking up outside, and we actually like took one in the doorway, and they were like, "Yo, you want a beer on the house for the shoot?" I was like, "This place, fuck yeah, dude!"
Yeah, they serving beer at the deli.
Yeah, it's a bar and deli, bro.
What's a bar deli?
Yeah,
yo, have a beer while you eat the meat.
I think it's a soccer bar.
Pause.
Like, I think they watched.
It was
like United, Manchester United, or something.
I'm not sure about that, but I mean, it was football Sunday in there when we was doing it, so there was definitely some football going on in there.
Hell yeah.
But nice people, bro.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So how was it? Because I've seen you been putting out videos for damn near like every song on the album so far, man. So how did you put those videos together, edit and shoot them yourself?
Bro, I swear to God, all that shit's on my iPhone. Like,
you can do it too.
That's part of why I'm doing it, bro. Swear to God, to be like, you see how if I can do this, you can do this. You know what I mean? And so many of these artists are so much more creative than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can do this,
lazy.
I don't want to call it lazy, but I don't want to call it lazy, but I mean,
everybody's got different motivations, I guess you could say.
I mean, I'm on the record talking to anybody about music, saying I don't know if a single artist in the city right now is working hard enough to really do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hard work, bro.
It is.
And especially when you're in discovery mode, like so many of us are, and I say discovery mode, it's like we're hoping that something can catch right now. You know what I mean? Somebody's hoping that something can catch. And the only way that's going to happen is consistency, and consistency is the hardest part about anything. So
it's the hardest part about being an artist, being in media, pretty much anything that involves creating something.
Exactly. Anything creative or anything that, you know, is presented, like music, TV, whatever, entertainment. It's all about consistency to catch on. You know what I mean? So that's the hardest part, man. It's just convincing artists to be consistent.
Yeah.
And that's why I did the content, bro. Like each one of those videos, I mean, I got like, I dropped 2 for this song, 2 for this song, 2 for this song, 3 for this song, whatever. With each artist,
I noticed everybody got their own like individual video too.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it short. It's all short form content. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, I mean, we're in discovery mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give somebody 30 seconds of something. If they like it, they clicking on that shit. If they not, we on to the next. But we filmed each one of those. Like, I was with the artist filming 2 or 3 of those little short videos for 30 minutes, bro. You know what I mean? It took 30 minutes. And now we got a couple weeks worth of content. You know what I mean?
Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? Because I have them queued up right now. I can play one.
My favorite of the videos is the TC one with the car, and then the Shay one with the Ferris wheel.
Okay, like, I'm gonna play the Shay one real quick.
The Shay one with the Ferris wheel.
See it again.
Yeah, play it.
The Illa City Angel. Let's go.
Ain't gotta throw me in the mix, bitch. I've been on. Turn on my back, you know that angel got that shit on. Standing on 10s when these niggas acting weird. I set the bar and put the pressure on my peers. Ain't fucking with the angel, pull that dick from out your ears. Don't know if you ain't here, but I'm that bitch that's over here. Hopped out, stumping through they shit like it was Sears. I'm hungry, chopping down, they fuck around and disappear. Sliding in a devil playground, they liking how your chain sound. Big dog status like I'm stumping down to H-Town. Put your hand up if I'm the bitch I had to make rounds. If I'm seeing red, it's time to pull a yellow tape out. Face be killing bitches, we ain't gotta put that Mac out. Ain't no throwing hands, cause clearly it's gonna be a clap out. Spank them if they act out. Got some shit to hash out. Light your nigga block up, make my niggas cause a blackout.
Hold on.
Hold on now. Hold on now. So you shot and produced that? And
bro,
put it
just
together?
on my fucking iPhone, bro. Like that one I like because I didn't think it was gonna look that hard, and that shit just looked hard as hell, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's really Shay carrying that shit, but it looked cool, bro. I mean, that's why I'm just like, now it's like, okay, Shay, now you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how easy it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I do really think one thing I really do appreciate about what you've done just in the city for the artists here and the artists that you work with is that you have a standard that you set for yourself and people that you work with, and some of them are already at that level for you, so it's just an easy fit. And some of them might need just a little bit more help getting there, and you help them get there in a way that's beneficial to them, and they actually take what you say as like, all right, he knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's doing,
right.
And so like, because Bino talked about that to us when we interviewed him last year about how you was. When you guys did the Corrupt the Angel show, how you was trying to get everybody on the lineup to perform without their vocals.
Oh, that was Mando for that show, bro.
Yeah, and it's like you held them to that standard.
They was hating me for that, bro. Honestly, like it was a struggle at first. Like, let's say, like Shay, that's never been an issue from day one. She's like,
she ready. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Drop a bomb for Shay, Andre.
Exactly. But you know, some of the other artists on that was a new experience for them. We did rehearsals at my house for like a whole week, bro.
Yeah.
Just because if I was gonna be like, all right, this is what we're doing for this show, I'm not sending them up there to embarrass themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but that is part of being an artist. That is the rehearsal. You know what I mean? The preparedness, like that's part of it too.
That's like the real work.
Right.
Yeah, music's made to be performed, I think.
Exactly.
So it's like if you got to present it well, or you got to be able to be that, and you got to know your shit. You got to know your song.
Oh God, when I go to a show, I want to see the artist perform it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want them to give it a new life when they perform it compared to when I hear it.
Right.
And that way, I actually can now experience it in a different way and have more joy for it.
Right.
Like when I watched TC at Shay Lyrics show, he didn't have no back vocals and he killed that shit.
Yeah.
Like top to bottom, the whole set, he just hitting that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's CodeRed's.
And I think like, you know, when we hark back to the Angel show, it was one of the moments of us being like, we're not doing this anymore. We're doing this.
Yeah.
He's really like taken that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So like he is not trying to rap on his vocals. You know what I mean? Like that's him now. You know what I'm saying?
And he sounds great.
Yeah.
He sounds amazing.
I mean, knowing TC, I probably made that set list for him, but I probably put it together like 3 hours before the show, bro. And he was ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he's prepared.
Yeah.
That's practice.
Exactly.
It's
Practice
reps,
makes perfect.
You know
Yeah.
your shit.
Yeah.
That's how you scale though too. Like you gotta perform. That's how you lock in a fan. Somebody is gonna see you live.
Right.
Someone's gonna spend $20 for a ticket. Now you gotta just convince them. They purchased the ticket. Now you just gotta reel them in.
They already at the show.
Yeah.
Impress them.
Yeah. And so especially when they're not there to see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
it's like
got to
a
leave an
crowd.
impression. Right. Like when they're not there to see you. I mean, that's how we've let this shit slide. And we've got to where we are performance wise is because the headliners are doing that shit, bro. You know what I mean? They're rapping on their vocals. So no, it's cool if the openers do it. You know what I'm
like
saying?
why can't I do it?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no standard here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Message.
I mean,
feel
I'm
me?
sure like I've seen a lot of bigger artists be on that type of time too.
Yeah.
Or just like up and coming. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's like definitely rapping over their vocals. But you could get away with some shit if somebody likes your song.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you got good
Like
energy. But
when they there for like just the turnness of it, you know what I mean? Like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're there for a performance, let me see you perform.
I have a question about that. So, do you think the whole rapping over an instrumental, not even an instrumental, over vocals, more specifically, do you think that has come from like club and walkthrough culture where a janky promoter will try to book an actual high profile artist and play their music? So it's like, hey man, you got all these people are here, they're looking like you're not really going
So you get like a half
say nothing on the mic. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that kind of just slowly snowballed to become the standard.
nah.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like artists could easily just be like, nah, you know, this is for a walkthrough.
Mhm.
Like most artists that respect themselves that I know is gonna be like, nah, y'all pay me to
Actually,
walk through here.
ESTG did that shit when he was here. He was like,
So
I'm not
it's
doing
like,
that.
I wouldn't do that shit. I think it's just comfort. Like I see it at the open mic, and we try and encourage people to perform on like performance tracks, but it's a safety net. So it's like I don't have to, you know, learn how to perform, or I don't have to learn how to adjust my voice when I'm actually performing on the mic, or when people could just hear me. Like
I don't have to rehearse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I don't have to try. But it's like it's good to a point. You got to learn how to just rap your verse at least. I get on some singing parts where it's like
you need that little
extra help from the engineer to where it's like, all right, I don't got my setup to where I could sing this live, but let us hear your verse.
I mean, and that was part of the Angels deal, the show last year, is that I brought the recording rig to the show so that they could all run Autotune live, bro.
Yeah.
Like and they all had in-ears so that they were hearing the tracks with the Autotune, you know what I mean? Like the shit was live for real, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But to answer your question, I think also part of why we've gotten to that culture of rapping over our vocals and shit is these artists are blowing up so fast now too that they're not prepared to play a show and bomb it. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't afford to bomb it. So they get put in front of these stages with 10,000 people and just play the fucking track because I can't afford to go out there and bomb. Like the record labels invested in me and all that shit. You know,
too much money. And like
exactly,
your first big
too much
show,
money behind me to bomb.
20,000 people.
I could see that. But that shit is stupid though. That means the niggas with bread don't expect it or like respect the integrity of it. You get what I'm saying?
Have they ever? We're talking about record labels.
I mean,
I get what you're saying.
There are a few though,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I know I can't see myself as like a manager being like, all right, yeah, you just blew, but now we got to rehearse this song 1,000 times.
Finna Joe Jackson your ass.
Ass
me, me,
ass
me, Andre.
That's how a goat's made, bro.
Hey,
like
exactly.
If you got one hit song, you better know that fucking song.
I agree with you 100%.
You can eat off that whole song for the rest of your life if you play it well.
But that's just microwave culture though, because somebody else is getting up off of Ice Spice, like. Because that's who I thought of when you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she was notorious last year for those Rolling Loud performances. It's like
she get tired and just turn around.
Bro, nothing turns me off more when I see a performance and the mic down here, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
like what?
Music's playing, but the mic down here.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
It is lazy, but see, like you said,
listen to the song at home.
Some people just come for the turnness, and if you have a hit song, you can do that.
Right.
But if we don't know your song, it just sounds bad.
Right.
Because we don't hear the lyrics because you're rapping over the lyrics that are already playing.
Right. It only works with something you're familiar with so that you can resonate with it. You know what I mean? If you're hearing something for the first time, that's not going to hit like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's just going to be like, all right, is this almost over?
But if we're talking about walkthroughs and shit, like, why are you even here? Just play the fucking song, DJ. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. It's for the celebrity of it is bigger now than the fucking music. Art. Damn near. Exactly. Yeah.
I definitely think a lot of people are making music just to go viral or just like for micro content.
Yeah.
Too. So I think that might be a bigger reason why nowadays it just looks cool.
I've been praying for somebody. I've been praying for somebody from KC to go viral soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need it.
I mean, Bino was running it up for a while. He was going crazy viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, so when it comes to artists you work with, man, who is somebody that you lock in with regularly that when y'all together it's just like clockwork?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that you guys see me put on my EP or something is the people that I'm locked in with, and I respect the art and they respect my production. You know what I mean? Like, I work with a lot of artists that you don't necessarily see me like promoting and putting my name on and all that kinds of stuff, just because that's like my work mode type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the people you see me locking in with, like on the EP, that's like my main roster of people that I'm like, these motherfuckers have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Avengers.
Right.
This will be simple, Andre. It's light falling over. Thanks, Andre. But god damn it. I had a question, then that threw me off.
Blinded by the lights.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. So when you do work with a new artist, what's the kind of approach do you take with them if it's your first time linking up with them in the studio? Do you let them kind of lead the way?
Absolutely.
You fill in where you need to be?
You got to let them lead the way, because people's art, bro, that's their baby. So you start saying, I don't like one thing they did, bro, that's going to fuck up the whole vibe.
Start crying.
Yeah. So, I mean,
so how do you give constructive criticism to artists in the studio?
well, you kind of let them lead the way. What do you think, CodeRed? You know what I mean? Like, and then I would give them, you know, a nice soft landing of, this is what I think, you know, something constructive that can help. You know, I'm never, ever going to say, no matter who it is, what I thought that they did was trash. We're not here to do that. You know what I mean? I'm here to help them build themselves up. You know what I mean? Like,
and then if you did call somebody trash, like, what next? Like, I'm not paying you for like, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, Simon Cowell, you know, like the people that are known for that get that and they get respected for that. But I feel like you've created a space where it's not even on that. We're about creating.
Well, a lot of people that come to the studio now too, they understand what I bring to the table. They're coming to me because they know that I can help them do something that they need. You know what I mean? So, I mean, as long as they can articulate, as long as we can communicate, like, we'll get to where we're going. You know what I'm saying? And I personally, as the producer and the engineer, I try my best. It doesn't always work, but I try my best not to be slighted by what they think. Also, they're not fucking with what I did. Okay, let me take 2 seconds to let that shit go, and then I gotta come up with something else. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get attached to my ideas too. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't like something I did, it's a two-way street. Mostly it's me to them, helping them build what they want. But just communicate and take it easy. You know, new artists, I try not to go too hard to begin with. You know what I mean? Because you can turn people off with that shit real quick.
Yeah. And the cool thing about you and your story is that I feel like I've watched it just pop off. I can't remember like who the first person was that I heard like you start working with. But I just remember I kept seeing the name like CodeRed, probably like around 2019, I think.
Yeah.
When you started I started seeing your name out there.
Yeah,
a lot
2020
more.
is really like literally during the pandemic. So I was working live sound before I got into this, right? I was doing concerts, festivals, shows here all over the country, wherever the fuck. But
did you like that?
I did. I mean, it was extremely hard work. It's very rewarding hard work, right? Like when you see a show and there's 10,000 people there and they're going fucking crazy, it's like, well, what we're doing is pretty fucking dope. You know what I mean? But it's very fucking hard work. I can't slight the people that do that shit at all. They're some of the hardest working people in the music industry. It's the live events people. Yeah. And I had always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to get back into the studio. So the pandemic really just kicked me in the ass to do that. I got laid off from my job doing that shit. There was no shows for over a year. Right. So I mean, the pandemic really sat me down and was like, what the fuck am I going to do now? Well, I've always wanted to get in the studio. Now it's fucking time to just do it, bro. And I mean,
who was the first artist from the city that you linked up with that was really?
So Chris Carter is an artist that used to live here. He lives in Denver now, but he was living here at the time. And that's one of the first guys I really locked in with, and we started to build a sound for him. You know what I mean? And, you know, shout out Chris. It took somebody giving me that shot. You know what I mean? It was more reaching out through DMs like, hey man, I fuck with your music, you know, like here's a couple beats I made. If you fuck with these, like, let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? So I've been making beats since high school. You know what I mean? So like I've always been tapped into how to make beats. Like I've always been, Dr. Dre was my idol before artist was ever really my idol. You know what I mean?
The sounds.
Like I remember being a kid, my mom and dad was like, I was like, Dr. Dre, like he's a rapper. And they were like, no, he's a producer. And I'm just like, what the fuck's a producer? You know what I mean? And that ever since, I swear to God, ever since that, it's like, damn, I want to do that. You know what I mean?
Parents have like a musical background?
My dad has played in bands and shit growing up. You know, I won't say I come from a musical family. My dad was self-taught guitar player, so it's not like there's a lot of music theory or anything going on in my house. And I was a self-taught guitar player too. I used to play in bands and shit too.
Hey.
But I come from a family that loves music. We don't, I mean, it wasn't really a musical family as much, but they love music. There's always music going on at my house. There's always music going on at my grandparents' house. And my parents were young when they had me. They were only 16 when I was born. So I grew up with more of, I think, of a contemporary music in my childhood. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to Eminem with my dad when it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to Dr. Dre with my dad. You know what I mean? So, like, they're only like 25. I'm like 7. We're listening to that shit together. You know what I mean? So,
that's fire, though.
Yeah,
that's like a rose from a concrete situation.
Right.
You know?
Like, my dad went to Woodstock 90, whatever. You know what I mean? In the 90s. We was listening to Cypress Hill and Limp Bizkit, all the crazy shit. You know what I mean? So,
that's tight.
Yeah,
man. my dad would not listen to Luther by Kendrick Lamar because he sampled it. I was trying to explain. He was like,
That's selfish.
I want to hear something new. And I told him, well, he samples like this Luther Vandross song. He was like,
you should just put it on.
Yeah.
You can't like give a trailer before the movie.
No, that's it. Well, that shows though. It changes your ears and how you look at things and how you approach things too.
Yeah. And then like when I graduated high school, 18 years old, I got some bread from my graduation. You know what I mean? Went and bought myself an Akai XR20 beat machine, bro.
Okay.
Make these
That's-
beats.
yeah.
Drop a bomb, Andre.
Then moved to Lawrence. And it's so funny now because that little machine is so fucking corny, but it's all I knew back then. Get that shit Guitar Center. It was lit, bro. we would go up to Guitar Center and just mess around on the beat machines for like 3 fucking hours, dude.
Hey, y'all gonna buy these?
We can afford them.
Yeah.
But like we would be up at Guitar Center. People would be coming up to us in Guitar Center. Man, y'all fucking make beats? Nah, bro. We just fucking around. Shit on the little beat pads hard at the Guitar Center.
I'm learning right now.
Exactly. Swear.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. And you was telling me before the pod that you actually was when you lived in Lawrence, you were making like an hour drive to Kansas City every day for audio engineering school.
Yes, sir. Shout out BRC Audio. Shout out Bill Crane. Rest in peace. That was my engineering teacher out there. Their studio, BRC Audio, is up on 10th and Parallel in KCK, and it's fucking really nice. It's one of the nicest studios in the city for sure. But you know, I was living in Lawrence, not knowing what the fuck I was doing with my life, basically. You know, that classic fucking story. And I literally was just cruising studios in Kansas City online just to be like, I'm just gonna go in there and see what's up. And stumbled across this place. It's like, we got a fucking school here. You know what I mean? So went there, locked in. The rest is history. Was there for 2 years learning. It's really a crash course and everything. Professional engineering. You know what I mean? Like giant soundboards, all the outboard gear, microphones, probably 200 plus microphones at that studio. Like super professional. And they were making a career out of teaching it. So they really had like the plan for success up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make sure you guys are on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Did it ever during those 2 years just feel like it was all overwhelming at any point? Like,
I mean, the only thing that felt overwhelming was at the end of it, you know, they're like, okay, you know, you've wrapped up the program. Now it's like, well, now what the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? It's like, I can't just go get a job at a recording studio. I'm 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually have real experience. I've been at school.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I got into live sound, because it was an outlet for money, right?
Mhm.
Like, fucking Riot Room needs a sound guy. Come on up here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh shit, were you a sound guy, right, Room?
for 3 years,
What years? Like, what years?
2014 to 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I worked at this company called Digital Sound Systems here in town. They do big live events. Was doing the biggest shit we ever did with them. We got to go to Madison Square Garden, do Misfits. That was super dope. But every venue in town, like, I've worked there, did live sound. I mean, I did that shit for a decade. You know what I'm saying? From 2012 to, well, maybe not a decade, eight years or so. From 2012 to 2020, that's all I did, live sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No producing, none of that yet.
No, bro.
Damn.
I mean, that's a lie. So let me take back what I told you about the Chris Carter shit. Pistol Pete was the first artist I ever
hey,
locked
drop
in
a
with.
bomb for Pistol.
That's
Pete,
my
man.
dog for life.
Drop a bomb.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Pistol.
Him and his girl Tony.
Yeah.
Love them both. Pistol Pete's my boy for life. He really was the first artist that was like, because I met him at Riot Room, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was doing sound up there. So that's where I met him.
Yeah.
So I would tap in with him there, like, yo, dog, I make beats too. Like, I didn't even really know what producing was for real. I make beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he came up, we recorded half of his album, The Sweep.
Oh, you did the sweep with him?
I did the whole album.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that
So I didn't make all the beats. I think Bounce was on there making a beat. Squibs was on there making a beat. But I did a few of the beats. But I recorded and mixed the whole thing. That was the first dude that let me record and mix his whole project.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
And we just did it at the crib. Like, not even when I had my basement studio. This was pre all that. We did that shit at my homie Casey's crib over at off 39th Street in Westport. And shout out Pistol Pete, man, because it was up. It was up since that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, once I got a taste, that's all I'm doing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think Pistol Pete was the first artist I started seeing your name pop up with.
Yeah, that's my dog, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and it's all love ever since then, bro. He actually was the one that helped me build the new studio. So He has,
damn, really?
Yeah, he's very good at construction shit, bro. So, bro, we was in there building walls, framing up doors, doing fucking installations, cut all of it, bro. Like Pistol Pete put in some sweat up at that place with me, bro. So that's my dog for
man, one
life.
more time for Pistol P. Drop a bomb, man. Yo, so it seems like artists always when they get into producing, it always seems like producing was kind of like the second thing. They started doing music first, like they wanted to try the rapping or the singing or whatever, the vocal side. So was that ever like a thing for CodeRed before engineering and producing, or was it always engineering and producing first?
I mean, I grew up watching Eminem, so it's always like, damn, I want to be a rapper. But first of all, I don't got nothing to say, bro. Like, honestly, I don't.
I feel that's real though.
And
that's
like,
real.
I want to hear somebody that has a message, you know what I mean? Somebody that has a struggle, somebody that has, something that I can relate to, but can articulate it in a way that's not corny. That's not me. My vocals and my rap isn't meant for that shit. You know what I mean? I'm meant to help you get your vision off. But people ask me fucking weekly, when are you gonna get on the track, bro?
They ask me the same shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
never.
Joe definitely got a 16 in the truck, just in case
They
he
swear.
gets high enough in
don't
the fucking
encourage that.
studio.
They
No, he definitely
swear.
has one.
One day Joe is gonna get in the booth.
It's
and
the
he'll be like,
kid.
damn.
They ain't gonna be ready for that. They ain't gonna
He's
be ready for that.
He's too ready.
They ain't gonna be ready
That
for
might
that.
be that viral moment.
I
Joe
mean,
want to act like he's not ready, but he actually has one.
even
prepared.
on the Cypher when I was trying to be on my DJ Khaled shit, that's even got a mixed review. You know what I'm saying?
No, did you hear what we said about it? Did you watch our reaction to it?
I did watch that.
Okay.
That other dude that was here was
Ezra.
I
just seen Ezra on the way here.
he was like, I ain't fucking with that dude's voice.
Yeah. Hey, we asked what other artist do you think should be on that song? He got the mic and said, I just think you should take that guy off.
But I mean, you're gonna turn on my music, you might hear my voice, you know what I'm saying?
it's
So
your album.
Just even that, my voice is like, I don't know. I got like almost like if I lock in, I can do like an announcer type voice, you know what I'm saying? So
I can hear it though. You do got a good voice for like that kind of work.
right, but I don't know. Even just doing that much for me was like a risk that has been met with, some mixed reaction, which is great. I love
People
mixed
talk.
reaction.
Yeah.
People talk.
So
That's what you want.
yeah.
You made an impact on the album. For
He
better or
definitely
worse.
made an impact.
I made
No,
I
no,
hope,
no,
I hope
no.
I made an
What?
impact.
He made an impact.
He
He
did.
did his thing.
Yeah.
Um,
An impact's an impact.
Yeah, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I was curious. Have you ever thought about like layering your vocals as like the tag, almost like Timberland does, where he like kind of been a long time. You know, that's the best. The only thing that came to mind when I was asking that question.
I got nothing but respect for Timbaland. He's one of the greatest of all time. But
Yeah.
that's a motherfucker that wants to get on the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Timberland definitely want to be the rapper.
oh God.
He made an
Yeah.
album. He did make a song.
I mean, and he has been on the mic and it's been hard, but that's like Pharrell and him. They want to get on the mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I
this
feel
is
like
my part. You know what I
Pharrell
mean?
is like the next step of that. Like he actually like is a singer, vocalist,
Writer.
Like Timbaland. The only time that he is that is like with somebody else. He ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I mean, he made an
Pharrell
album.
has music by himself.
Oh God.
Where he's rapping.
Yeah, I mean, he has that
The whole-
say some baby.
That's
his
Drake's song.
No,
That's Drake's song, just like Look Alive is Drake's song.
Oh God, Look Alive.
Look
is
Alive
Drake's
is
song.
Drake's
Like,
song.
yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Say Something is Drake's song.
He got the album with
He got the last verse
oh, he
and the
does.
first verse.
Yeah, Timbaland's in the middle
Like, bro.
of his own song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it doesn't feel like a rapper is being featured when he does it though. It feels like he's adding a piece to the song.
You talking about Timbo?
Yeah,
He's coming off. He's coming off as the producer. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
kind of started that way. Him and Pharrell kind of started that way. And Dre, you know what I mean? Like the
Mm.
producers on the mic. You know?
Yeah,
And then like
So-
Dre's albums were
yeah.
always like compilation albums. They were never like full Dre solo albums.
Right.
There was always at least like 20 features on that shit.
Facts, multiple songs that he's not even on.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
Explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even on that. That's
Yeah.
the best beat on the album. He's not
Yeah, I
even
love
on
Oh,
it.
that
God.
song, man.
Yeah. Explosive's a crazy beat.
So you played in a band?
Yes,
What
sir.
What kind of music was it?
I played in a few bands.
You like
I've
music?
played in like bands that was more rock, more punk rock, heavy metal.
Play some hard shit.
I
some
do,
heavy
bro.
shit.
How was those crowds performing for those
That
crowds?
shit is
The heavy
fun.
metal crowds.
I mean, it's fun, dude. You guys want to talk about people that bring energy to a show? I mean, they give it their all. They're there to let go. You know what I mean? Like they go to it's different, you know. I've bitched a lot about like the show culture here. Sometimes like it's gone downhill the last few years to me.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
so
post-pandemic.
it's the audience participation aspect of it is what's like started to lack. But heavy metal shows, especially when I was playing in bands in the 2010s, was like people just fucking come just to come, dude. They don't even care if it's your band. You know what I mean? They're just there for the show, and they're gonna fucking have fun
and the energy.
Yeah, the show culture, I feel like in those genres, it's a little more in tune. You know what I mean? Maybe not to mainstream listening, but to the show culture. You know what I mean?
What do you think the disconnect is with the audience right now?
I don't even know, bro.
It's hella weird.
Yeah.
I don't really have an answer for it neither.
Yeah.
I think the audience here is just coastal and they don't care about what's happening here.
You think
For
so?
the most part, yeah. They care about imports. They care about things coming to them.
I mean,
instead
even the Future show got canceled though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
The one he was like Future and Friends.
yeah,
That one got canceled. The We Don't Trust You tour came through.
yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I heard that shit was pretty fire. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The first one seemed like some janky promoter shit.
Yeah, because it was just a
I'm
random
sure it
lineup of
was.
artists.
It's like 12 niggas.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
bro,
sure it
come
was.
on.
Yeah.
I guess it's
Future's like,
it's
I'm not
more
doing
on
that.
like a local level though. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily like the bigger shows,
Right.
Mhm.
Because I've been to plenty great shows like in the past year.
what's the best show you've been to this past year?
The past
Oh,
year.
the fire
It's not a
team.
local. It's like a local
Paris
artist.
and Supermoto was a great show. Shay
That
had
was a
great
good show.
Yeah, Shay show was
And
like
you know, I mean, the Paris show was fucking awesome, dude. But like,
Different crowd.
a different crowd, exactly, bro. You know what
he
I'm saying?
brings
Like,
out the punk crowd.
Casey
like
and
the-
I.
the
it
bands,
was definitely a lot of like
Arts-
alternative indie Supermoto fans too. You know what I mean? So
And they were ready for Supermoto.
right.
They were ready.
But Paris was fire, bro.
Paris
Yeah.
brings
I
them
really
out.
fuck with
Paris
their new
does.
project. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I'm glad we had you on the first episode because I thought it was just like perfect timing because you just dropped Cold Cuts and we actually make like a cameo, like a very brief cameo
Yeah.
on the album where like on the very beginning of the intro. And it was a soundbite that we used from a past interview. And I was just curious to know, like, what was it about that soundbite or that clip that you gravitated towards and wanted to include it on the intro of the album?
I mean, that
Because I like it. I
When-
thought that was funny for me.
I listen to you guys' podcast, and so when
When
I
you
heard,
told me that, I was like, what?
when
I
Really?
always had the same.
He was like, I
reaction.
like you on the pod. I'm like, huh?
You listen to it?
well, bro, I
Yeah,
just
he was
love
like me.
I just love the local music scene here so much, and you guys showcase it. You know what I mean? So I'm tapped in. But when Ashan said that shit on the show, I was just like, I don't know if it struck me positively or negatively. You know, when he's like KC music scene or whatever, I was like, it just made me feel something. You know what I mean? It just made me feel. So I had to include it, bro. I put that in there as more of like a think piece. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to start it off with that and be like, all right, what do you motherfuckers think about it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, so
Before we
here's
get
what I'm
to the
offering
music.
to the table.
Right.
Like, what do y'all think?
Like, the KC Renaissance is dead. Let that shit go.
Mhm.
Now let's listen to these tunes and let me know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, just like a friendly
I wanted to
response.
set the stage more of the KC music scene. It's the same shit we're talking about right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tie that into the music in terms of like, let's make fucking people aware of what's going on here, how we can talk about it, how we can have the conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a prompt
Right.
and a call to action. Because I do agree with Ashan. Like there was a time where it was like some magic in the air, it felt like, but now it is to a point of like you gotta lock in.
Cold.
Like what do you do?
Cold Cuts, Cold War.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like a
Bro,
it's that period.
that name has become like a quadruple 5 times 6 times entendre. You know what I
See?
mean? Like,
I know I'm on to something, Joe.
yeah, definitely.
This brain works somewhere.
Definitely, bro.
But I definitely like Joe was saying how you do have a standard for things and you are like, hey, look, we're gonna do this show, but y'all need to rehearse for a week.
Yeah.
And it's y'all gotta rap that shit because that's part of it too. At least if artists are doing their part, is like it's a clear, well, the fucking audience is weird. What else can we do? How can we foster like better culture? Because Shay show was dope.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know, and like the thing about Shay's show, it was dope. I was disappointed in the turnout. I thought there was gonna be more people there.
I low-key thought it was too.
It was a Thursday and it was raining that night. You know, motherfuckers don't like to come out in the
Yes,
rain.
you know,
freezing.
you
Yeah.
get all these factors
Yeah.
that you know. But if we had the culture that we want,
Yeah,
that shit don't fucking matter, bro.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of motherfuckers. I was glad to see all you guys there for sure. There was a lot of motherfuckers in the city that I was sad that weren't there. You know what I mean? Like, I think it begins first with us supporting each other.
Yes.
And that was a moment on the album that you talked about as well.
Right. So it begins with us supporting each other. You know what I mean? Like, admittedly, I try to go as much shit as I can. I'm human. I can't go to everything. You know what I mean?
You do be out though.
I try my
sure.
best, bro. I pull up the shit on my own all the time. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my best because I gotta talk it like I walk it, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta know what to critique too.
Right.
Like, you can't just be I don't like this, and not even actually contribute to what you're doing.
I mean,
on both ends.
And it blows my mind when I will fucking discover a new artist in the city that's hard as fuck that I ain't even heard of. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do I not know about this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but also to this artist, I've never seen you at a fucking event in my life in the city. You know what I mean? Like, where you been?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why aren't you outside more?
Why have I not seen you at nothing?
Yeah.
So I
gotta
mean,
put yourself out there.
Right.
That's part of being an artist.
Right.
Like, for better or worse.
Right.
But I think there is like people don't be knowing about shit too. There is like a missing piece. I don't know if it's like marketing. Or
our promoters here are definitely
they're fascinating.
It's also a money thing, bro. People don't got people don't. What are the industries here in KC, in the KC area? What do you guys think? Like, where's the money going?
Making money?
Because you can't say it's entertainment because we really don't.
It's like it's in events. It's not. It is kind of in entertainment.
I think it's in food and healthcare. That's all the money goes.
We got a good.
Here.
Well, I mean, we got a good sports market here.
Right.
Yeah, but like, do we? Like, we're having struggle like deciding, do we want a dome? Do we want to move Arrowhead? What do we want to do?
Right.
Like, I think the sports stuff is very recent.
It's just when it's time to cut the checks, we're maybe a little more hesitant.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's questioning our love for the teams or the organization themselves.
I think the people who have actual money don't give a fuck about entertainment here, and that's why it's a both-sided thing. Like, it's the audience, but also the facilitators that
have
don't
the
necessarily
money,
care about the little guy.
Or just like
all.
what's going on in the local scene.
Yeah. They want a sure thing.
I will say there was a cool time where the Chiefs were really tapped in with the scene here. Like, Frank Clark was really cool with D-Walk. D-Rob was like really cool with MB58. Frank Clark.
Oh,
Frank Clark. Frank?
Yeah, dude. Never mind. This is all right. One time, one time I DoorDashed Frank Clark some shit like out in Lenexa. This is like this past year. Like, he's still in the area, and I didn't realize until like I was like, oh shit, that was Frank, because he was a bigger guy. He had face tattoos. I'm like, And then I called my dad. He's like, you should have went back and got a signature from him. I'm like, bro, just put the fries in the bag. You're not trying, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta go, Dad.
You can't double back. If it's in the moment, like,
it's cool.
I was just like, hey man, what's up, brother? Like, you know, keep it
moving,
keep it black, you know, keep it black and familiar, and then just left. But then I was like, oh shit, that was Frank Clark.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, for a short time, I was engineering for Colin Saunders and Chris Lamons, both Chiefs players. They're both moved on now, but
Saunders, yeah, I remember Saunders.
Yeah.
Actually, our homie Sleepwalker was engineering for one of the Chiefs players when he was. This is like 2019, 2020. Was he a cornerback? He got traded to the Vikings or something, or he left and went to the Vikings.
What was his bro name?
Was he a cornerback or safety? He did a song with Antonio Brown.
I don't know.
I can't because he
missed that.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah. But
you probably didn't even need to hear that shit.
There you go, Andre.
Hey man, I'm trying, bro.
Andre doing the damn thing, man. Shout out to Andre.
Hey, I'm trying to get a raise.
But hey, drop a bomb for you on that one. Give Andre a raise. No,
I did the message.
Hey, drop the cap. If y'all want to tip Andre.
Hey, we can do it. Hold on. I might
have
to set up the QR code.
How about this?
We can get you right, man.
Y'all can pay Andre.
Yeah, exactly.
Every episode's a fundraiser for Andre.
For real, bro.
You got the GoFundMe set up.
Pay Andre GoFundMe.
Hey man, how many people is running GoFundMe scams during the pandemic? This is a hella
bro, I saw a tweet and it said, if you never ran a GoFundMe, I respect you. I ran a GoFundMe and it failed. So
the Saber one?
Yeah, man. but I still self-funded it. So
Yeah. Hey,
fuck y'all.
round of applause to you, Andre. Hit the button.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right.
applause
Good.
for show.
Yeah. So speaking of like running businesses, man, CodeRed, you actually just opened up a brand new recording studio space, right?
CodeRed Productions, y'all. CodeRed Productions.
Drop a bomb, Andre.
We're going to applause it and then we're going to bomb it.
Do all the sound effects for that one. I need them.
Congratulations on the space.
Appreciate it.
Studio.
Southwest Boulevard, Merriam Lane, right next door to the Boulevard Drive-In movie theater off I-35 and Southwest Boulevard.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm
Like,
right
down the
there.
street.
It's
I'm
very
right there.
It's very there.
Yeah.
Like okay, I know where that is.
Yeah.
You know,
You kinda buy-
TC's is on the same street.
Okay,
TC's
Fully
fully
Loaded.
loaded.
So you
Mhm.
buy Garden
Garden House.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Damn, fuck y'all whoever just broke in.
I was about to just say, got broken into last night.
Was crazy.
Come on, man.
What do we have to
I bet it
do?
was the young niggas.
Do we have to put the iron fence on the windows and the doors nowadays? Like we
Mhm.
got to make this bitch look like a jail. Like
Nah, man.
why do they target coffee shops? I don't understand that shit.
I have no idea.
Cafe got busted out.
What
That
about Cafe Gratitude?
Gratitude.
Did the Gratitude get busted?
No.
I ain't know about
Just
that
too
one.
much gratitude.
The one on Troost right next to Grace Assembly that got a truck ran through that one, the front of it,
Damn.
like a truck. They had
Oh,
to put
shit.
2 pillars in the front of it.
God damn.
I don't
Like,
know.
bro.
Why do y'all hate coffee shops out here?
Oh God.
Like,
bro.
it's a vibe.
It's a
It
vibe.
gotta
bro.
be a barista or something.
It's a ring. It's
evil
it's a
barista.
racket.
Yeah. Somebody
It's a
who's like-
barista racket. No, we did have a comment back when we were talking about Timberland Marlowe's in the chat.
Marlo!
We'll put that on the screen.
What
He
up,
was talking
Marlo?
about the Timberland and Magoo album.
Magoo.
yeah. It's a classic, low key. So
That is though. Can't
So.
hey, the name is
Yeah,
funny, but you gotta respect
put
Magoo.
it in
You
rotation.
gotta
Hey, man,
respect Magoo.
that's my nickname to my family.
Magoo.
Yeah.
I'll
They call
start
me
calling
Goo.
you Magoo.
Do it. You can call me Goo.
All right,
That's fine.
Goo.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Andre's
Goo
no
Nelson.
longer Andre anymore. He's Goo.
Andre, Goo,
Goo,
Nelson,
Nelson.
like so many different
I feel
things.
like we graduated in our friendship.
Let's do it. We're cousins now. You know my family nickname.
For sure.
cousin.
And all the 10 people watching are cousins.
This is gonna be
too.
a family podcast by the time this is all said and done.
It's already familiar.
You know?
All right, what are we doing, man? All right, so I do have the other media assets plugged in. So we got the Rico one, the Rent one, the
let me ask
Beans
you
one,
this.
and the Low Key one.
Let me
Which
ask
one
you
do we
this.
want to see
What's your-
next?
What's your favorite verse from Cold Cuts?
Oh shit.
Favorite verse.
And then we could play the visual of that.
Yeah.
Because you got some great ones. I like Bino's pocket on Cold Cut Cyber. That was a crazy pocket.
You know, I tried to put 5 songs on there that was all entirely different. So I don't know. Favorite verse, bro.
I think Chief went off.
Chief did go
Chief,
off.
yeah.
Chief had
Yeah,
2
that's a
verses.
I'm
fire
on
glad
there
you guys
that
put that
went off.
song out. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
It make you feel like you riding in the Lolo to see Shorty.
Oh God.
Yeah. And I always
Getting
love
yourself
that
together.
beat.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, that's another song, like you said, though, that was probably at least a year old.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought that was gonna be on like his next project.
you know, and
Me
it,
too.
we definitely, I ain't gonna spoil too much about what he got going on, but we definitely have a working list of music that he has going right now, and it was on there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Drop that shit.
You preaching
Like
to the choir.
man, he practically played me a whole album at the last.
He has a
Overdose.
whole album.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 fucking songs deep, dude.
God damn. son.
Favorite verse though, I don't know. Shay went fucking crazy. TC is always whenever he
Dame.
touches the mic is fucking. I love it. DMT.
That was not. I like how you had DMT started off with All or Nothing. That was great.
Yeah, I mean that song. It's just so dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like
it is.
it,
It
It's
felt-
some Phil Collins shit.
right. It's like he's
In the
it's-
air tonight.
It's almost like
It's
mob-
creeping, bro.
like
You know, what I mean?
mobsterish.
Yeah.
The
Oh God.
essence of the Phil Collins song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah.
So like,
Um,
yeah. So you, which one?
I don't know.
Yeah, you never
What
answered
clip?
the question.
What
You
clip
said
do you want to
3
hear
verses.
next?
Which clip do we want to show?
Yeah.
Show the TC one because I keep talking about that. So
Okay.
let's watch
Yeah.
the TC one.
This is Rent Dude.
Cut the lights on them one time. I can make her fuck off a punchline. Oh, you don't do perks, baby, that's fine. We can get lit off a red wine. You just want designer, baby, that's fine. She got that wet, call her alkaline. I just spent 10K, sent the packs through. The way she shut the dick, know the rent due. She see me get a bag, told her chip in. I can introduce her to the deep end. Do you want this life, girl? It depend. I like everything exotic, not a cheap man. I'm from Killer City, I be geeking. Won't be home for too long, I be creeping. New Glock just for defense. I ain't worried about no nigga cause they pretend. I ain't worried about no nigga cause they phony. New bad bitch, pussy sound like macaroni. Too hot, baby, they could never hold me. One-on-one, baby, they could never clone me. Riding shotgun, I'm from the show me. Nigga
Niggas say they got beef, it's baloney. Niggas think they top tier, they below me. I be running to the money like a dope fiend. Nigga, cut the.
The first time he passes,
Yeah.
bro. The first time that car passes, I swear to God, he was 6 inches from our asses, bro. When he drove by, he was even drove back by. He's like, bro,
My bad.
I scared myself on that one, dog. I'm like, damn, bro.
How the fuck you think I feel?
We
You
almost
have to run a 2 minute after that. Like, don't.
bro, we almost
Almost
died
hit
for
me.
an Instagram reel. Crazy out here, bro.
You was almost an Instagram
You
reel.
know, God.
You was almost a dash
We
cam
would have went
video.
viral for sure.
So we're 2 projects in. You got a studio space now.
Yeah,
You know, if you could go back, it's been like what? You've been like doing this in, let's say, a 4-year time span.
Right.
You say.
going on 2025. What's up?
So if you could go back to 2020, right when you got laid off from the job, you're about to get into producing and engineering. Like, what advice would you give yourself if you can go back to that beginning stage?
You know, this didn't hit me for like 3 years in, maybe like a year or 2 ago. When I saw somebody else, it was a clip of a different producer talking about don't get wrapped up in another person's potential. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking lock in. Like, don't give somebody your all and you want it more than they do. You want it for them more than they do. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a dangerous game.
when you're working with somebody, honestly, you want them to be talented, obviously. But the work ethic is the most important part. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm locking in with somebody, if you work hard, like, I want an artist to be but on my ass for some shit. You know what I mean? Like, where's my track? I got a schedule. You know what I mean? I want to be in a relationship with an artist like that. You know what I mean? So don't get
you to a standard.
don't get wrapped up in someone's potential. You know what I mean? Like, I've done been hurt, like, literally at my core, because shit ain't shaking out how I want it to. Somebody's so talented and they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
it's heartbreaking as it is.
Yeah. It's hard, and it is heartbreaking, bro.
Like, wasted potential
Yeah.
hurts to see up close.
Just because, you know, at the end of the day, when I make a song with the artist, that's our art. You know what I mean? It has their name on it, but I had half that creative input on that shit. You know what I mean? So don't get wrapped up in someone's potential. That would be my advice to myself.
Hey, that's with anything.
Yeah.
True.
Like,
Facts.
Like, it'd be so easy to get invested in other people in other situations, but you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can only control what you control. You know, go and do your thing. You know.
You gotta hit him another message. You know, he's good for those, man. I love it when he gets these moments off.
Nah, he really be on the same shit.
What was
Yeah.
it? The
And
soul, the
it's
mind, the
better-
heart,
It's better coming from
You are.
the fart.
someone that actually in the industry. Like, we just the podcast guys, you know.
But you guys are more than that, especially for our city, right? Like, you guys have really taken the torch of being the voice for this music culture here. You know what I mean? Like, nobody else is leading the way for presenting what we got going on here like you guys are, in my opinion.
What's
you know
up
what I'm
now,
saying?
so?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I mean, you guys are part of this shit just like I am. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, that was nice. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, I mean, when I look at what you've done in these last 4 years, going on 5, I think it's like super impressive. It seems like you really just steamrolled it.
Thanks.
And now you got a studio space. So how does it feel to be a business owner of a studio space on top of being an engineer in the space?
I mean, it's a whole new level of it's a blessing, but it's a whole new level of stress. You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about this earlier before the cameras came on. Like, I'd never been a business owner for real. You know what I mean? Like,
First time.
I mean, everything I've been doing from the crib, and, you know, we was studio basement trapping out the crib for 4 years. Like, I've been LLC'd up. I've been paying my taxes on all that shit. It's been my income. But now it's just like, a whole new animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got another engineer working in there. Shout out to Scorpio. Got to pay rent. We got to fund all the gear for multiple rooms. You know what I mean? So I'm not bitching, because I'm super blessed that I've made it to this point, you know, starting from the basement only 4 or 5 years ago, like you're saying, to now. It's like, fuck, that's crazy. But also, like, this is just the stepping stone too for me.
Really,
you know what I mean? Like I made this place so that the artists that come work with us can have the professional resources they need for their music. You know what I mean? So it's a whole new level of stress being a business owner. I'll say that, but it's just a bigger spot more accessible to everyone to come and get your music to sound how you want to make it sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do deliver high quality music. man.
Appreciate it,
I can definitely
appreciate it.
vouch for that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you ever see yourself like starting a label?
I would love to start a label. I don't know necessarily shit about it, but I mean, I would love to just be in a position of not creative control, but in a position where I'm the management in terms of we got all this shit lined up. You know what I mean? We got all these plays lined up. I got you connected to here and here. I know this I've networked like a motherfucker.
It seemed
you know
like
what I mean?
you already kind of doing that work.
I mean, I've had artists even tell me like, man, you kind of like my manager. And I don't want that for myself.
I mean,
I don't
right
even
now,
mean it. I don't even mean it in a funny way. I just mean like, I want to be a part of your music creation process.
Nothing
and I
else
want,
outside of
and,
that.
and it's not even that. Like, if you want help on your show, like, of course I did live sound for 10 years, bro. I know how to make a live show look turn. You know what I mean? But I want you to bring in the other people that are passionate about that aspect of it for you, as I am about the helping you create the song. You know what I mean? As passionate as I am about mixing your music, like bring in the other people that are as passionate about those aspects of it, so that we can really have a team instead of me. Just because I have the connections and the resources to fucking make a play for you every once in a while doesn't mean I want to be in that position. You know what I mean? Like, bring in somebody that wants to do that shit.
You want to be a
Good
part
joke.
of the
Good joke.
Voltron.
Right.
You don't want to be the whole Voltron for them.
Right.
And they just, all right,
And
I got you.
And depending who the artist is, you know, if we're really locked in, like, I'll even be like your right hand. Like, come to me with all your questions, and I'll give you advice for what I think. You know what I'm saying? I love this. Sounds crazy, but I love like meetings, and I love like just planning shit out. You know what I mean? Because I'm a very objective based, write it down. We got it written down, so that's what the fuck we're gonna do type of person.
Yeah.
So I love meetings. I love planning. It just gives me like something to work for. I'm a very like routine based person. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just gets me fired up. And it's hard to write something down and then not act on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real once you write that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
It's a task.
Right.
Like, now you got to do it.
Right. And a lot of the time I'll be writing shit down like tasks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this today.
You got a whiteboard in the studio, don't you?
I don't, but the notes on my phone, I swear to God, is deep, bro. It's like, yeah,
Man, yeah, you gotta take notes.
Yeah.
You gotta write it out for sure.
yeah,
Make a list.
yeah.
That's the easiest way to be organized. Just make a list every day.
Bro, I remember
What
you
can
stopped
I
by
get
the
done?
studio, and
Mhm.
then we were just having a conversation, and you was just taking notes on the conversation. I was like, I respect it. Honestly. Yeah,
So let me get my pen.
yeah.
Dude, I always keep my notebook around.
Yeah.
Man. And that day was crazy because I was getting thrown into so much bullshit. My uncle needed to go to the grocery store. It's always like
Your
an
uncle.
asterisk with my
Hey, it's
days.
always
Like,
your uncle for real.
like, bro, I'll be thinking like, all right, I got a free day, and it's like, oh no, we got to do this, and make sure that you pick up your mama, and I'm like,
I'm at the studio, Unc.
like, bro, I need to meet with Cody. But no, yeah. What else do we have? I have the fucking video still queued up. So we did the Shay one. We did the Rent. Are those the only two that we did?
I think
I
so.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do we want to hear next? We have Beans, we have Chief, and we have Rico.
Do beans.
Say,
Beans?
Bean, you just
Yeah.
dropped beans today, didn't you?
I dropped one with Beans today. The one I had sent was the first one we dropped with Beans, which I liked a little more. We was
Yeah.
over in West Bottoms at Pyro Joe's.
Okay, let's do it. Beans.
Rock better days, now I see better days. I was in last, now I'm leading the race. They can try to take my place, but they can't take my face. Did a money spread challenge, should've seen the look on their face. Like damn, she love me, don't know what to say. Like damn, having fights with my demons I face. Like damn, make a movie like I'm Jason Statham. Like damn, I'm a shooter like I'm Jason Tatum. I did some shit and I cannot be sorry. Feel like I'm Ferris, pull up in Ferrari. They think life a game, but this ain't Atari. I'm a bad boy, just call me Mike Lowry. Keep leveling up, I just did it again. Just fucked on Mercedes and bought her a Benz. We can't get at you, we gon' take out your man. You shouldn't have been hiding, so it's a message from me to you. My brother brought heaters through. Tin so dark on the whip. Young Nick can't see through it. I said I will make it and I'ma prove it. Wake up and grind, bitch, I gotta do it. Sometimes I feel like I'm finna lose it. Thank God that I found music.
Hey, shout out
All
Lil
right.
Beans, man. Shout out
That's
Lil
Lil Beans?
Yeah.
So I haven't heard of Little Beans before. What'd you find?
He rolls with Corrupt Angels.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I started working with him. They used to do studio sessions all the time, like just Corrupt Angels studio sessions. Everybody
Mhm.
would pull up
And that's Shun Ann's collective, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shun Ann, Beans, No Limit TC, Scorpio Season. That's how I met him, was through that. Shout out Beans though, man. He's been one of the most consistent artists, especially the last couple months here, like in terms of like just releasing content and music and getting shit ready to go and having it lined up. So mad to respect him for that.
Speaking of Corrupted Angels, man, I remember you and Shanann went to New York, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was like exactly a year ago now. It was crazy because the weather was so fucking similar, dude. We got snowed in New York, so we were stuck out there for like an extra 2 days.
Oh shit!
So pockets was tapped, but we were having a good time. I mean, we hit a couple studio sessions. We went and Shanann like got on a platform similar to what you guys do with the live performance thing. So he did a little studio live performance. That was dope. But it was just dope to be making music with other people in a different city. And I mean, Shanann is such a talented artist that he resonates wherever the fuck he goes. So that people hear him wherever and they're like, this dude is fucking ill.
He's
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised he didn't have a track on Cold Cuts.
Where's that at,
You
Cody?
You know,
So he's a reoccurring character.
you know, if he sees this, he knows I'm not even fucking lying. I be in his messages at least once a week talking about what's the deal. You know, I will say that his style of, you know, his beat selection is a little different than shit I usually like to cook up. You know what I mean? So maybe there's been some, you know, we need to just find the right moment. You know what I mean? Where I got the right track for the right artist type shit. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, we're gonna have something soon. That's one of my dogs, and we lock in all the time. And I mean, I've been locked in with Shanann now, working for like 4 years too. So
Yeah.
that's my bro for sure.
Yeah. So you put out 2 projects. You got Seasides and Rarities.
Yes, sir.
You put out Cold Cuts.
Mhm.
Is there more albums and projects in the future for CodeRed?
I mean, definitely. The keyword for me this year is consistency. Since I was like disappeared last year working on the studio, I just want to keep my music, you know what I mean, do what I can do consistent this year. You know what I mean? So definitely more CodeRed on the way.
What would you say is a written goal you have for yourself this year as a producer
10
engineer?
projects.
10's crazy.
I was thinking 5
I
realistically.
mean, if I do the size,
just doubled it up.
You gotta try and push it, you know.
if I do the size of Cold Cuts, you know, just a little
10 is
5-piece.
10 is
Yeah.
not crazy.
10's not crazy, but I don't know if I could put 5.
5 LPs is kind of.
You could
That's a
probably do
lot.
5 LPs in 1 year. I think with the artists you work with, I think you could do that
The thing
if they want to do that.
The
On
thing
some gay
is,
shit.
I want to be consistent now with that like Instagram content as well and shit. So that takes time to wrangle all these artists to
Yeah.
get together to do that shit as well.
hmm
So I mean, 5 would be kind of crazy, but you're definitely going to see multiple drops from me this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all need an in-house videographer.
Oh, you said we need one? Yeah. I just
That
got.
shit expensive though.
Yeah.
Like around the clock.
Yeah.
Ezra.
Nah, not Ezra. Nah. they gonna have to run the fade real quick.
Yeah. We send in Ezra to CodeRed.
Yeah.
It's a setup.
I can only communicate with bro by text.
No, through music.
No face to face.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Actually a chill guy.
Actually, yeah. Let me. I'm gonna ask you that. As an engineer and a producer, somebody who constantly works on music,
Yeah.
on the day to day,
Yeah.
how is music, listening to music just on your own? Does it feel like more like a job still, or do you still find a way to enjoy it as a fan?
It just depends, man. I have moments where I do both, right? So
Mhm.
like 99% of the time, if you got a girl, she picking the fucking music, bro. So my girl puts me onto like a lot of shit that I would not listen to otherwise. So I'm able to listen to it as a fan. You know what I mean?
It's new.
Something she put you on.
She puts me onto a bunch of like older tunes. She's a really big playlister, so she puts on playlists and obscure shit I've never heard, Japanese cuts I've never heard, shit
Japanese
like
pop
that.
and shit.
Japanese pop, Japanese jazz, fucking
Japanese jazz.
fire, bro.
Yo,
Where you been at, Joe?
Fire.
I'm out the loop. I gotta tap in.
You gotta get in the tab.
But what I love about listening to music with my girl and her putting me onto random shit like that I've never heard is I find samples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 99.999% of my music is sample based, that I cut the sample myself. I take pride in doing that. It's my favorite part about producing, actually, is finding the samples.
Mhm.
But a lot of the time, bro, like listening to music does seem like a job. I feel like whenever an established artist drops and it's a big moment, I like feel obligated to listen to it just because I need to be in the know. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
most major shit that drops, I'm giving it at least a once through just to gauge where we're at, like
Yeah, on
with the
that
music
level.
and the culture. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
then, you know, sometimes I will hear shit that's so fucking good, I get imposter syndrome. I'm just like,
You're like, oh my god.
yeah, like
wasn't
how
doing
can
it.
my shit when And then other times I hear shit and I'm like, how the fuck is this popular? You know what I mean? So it's
Speaking of that,
yeah.
speaking of that,
Oh my
let me
God.
hold you
Shit.
right there.
Oh my God, you about to do what I think you about to do?
It's in the title. We gotta
Oh,
talk
all
about
right.
it. Lil Baby, right?
Mhm.
Just released a new project. Did you run through it?
I
you,
did. I
you
gave
check
it a
it
one
out?
through.
Okay.
What'd you
Can
think?
we talk about like that? And then I was
played it
kind
with
of
the camera.
skeptical, but I did give it a listen. I have my review, so I'm gonna
Okay.
just have my little.
I'll go first. I feel like y'all don't like it. I
What?
liked it.
You liked it?
How,
Yeah.
how your review gonna be what I'm gonna say?
Yeah. Well,
I want to hear what the guest,
oh my bad.
Mr.
mean-
Run Through.
1 3. 1 3.
From-
Like number 1 through.
Number 1 through.
From an engineering standpoint, which at the end of the day, you know, I produce a lot of music and shit, but like my main love in this shit is for the engineering. The shit sounded fucking fire. It did. It sounded fucking good. You know, I was like the mixing and shit sounded fucking good. I did feel like it wasn't anything we haven't already heard from Lil Baby.
I agree.
I feel like, you know, when I'm listening to shit, I want to be able to connect with it. You know what I mean? I can't really connect to what he's rapping about ever. I thought
You didn't relate to the bigger picture?
Which
Yo.
was-
It's bigger than black and white.
no. Hey,
Not all cops are racist and not all black people are what? What are they?
Why you what?
Joe, you know the lyrics.
Huh?
That's your shit.
That is
Come
not
on,
my
man.
shit.
All right.
for
But
me.
I agree with you. It did sound good.
It did sound good. It was fucking hitting in my car, but
Yeah.
you know, like at the end of the day, I'm just like, well, I want to hear something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the next album because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like I like music because it's vulnerable. I
Yeah.
like when people or you can tell me like a crazy story.
Oh God, yep, me too.
Yeah, so-
Mm.
So I have 3 songs that I thought were standouts. I like the I
Stuff.
Promise record.
My fuck.
I promise. I took screenshots of it. I didn't add nothing. It wasn't that good. So I like the I Promise record. I also like the Redbone record with Gorilla. I think
Yeah, I
Gorilla
fuck with
went
that one
crazy.
too. Yeah, that shit was hard.
And then this is crazy. Hold on. Let me just prep this. All right. I like Stiff Gang. All right.
Stiff Gang,
Yeah, the Stiff Gang is pretty good. But,
Stiff Gang?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think
What'd you like about Stiff Gang?
the song.
Fair enough.
Got him.
The song. But no,
Ooh, let me ask y'all this.
was Twitter a lie? Did Twitter lie?
What was Twitter talking about?
Everybody said that Lil Baby fell off. Even I said it. Even I said maybe I need to boot up my PS4.
I
Turn
mean,
on some.
I think Lil Baby, the reason he had such a big first week success because everybody was curious to see what he was going to do this go around again. Because it's been a while. It's probably been like 2 years since the last album.
Yeah.
So I think everybody was just curious and genuinely interested to see what direction he goes in. And you know, I think the drop off in the second week will probably be a little more dramatic.
Now, did you check out the record?
No, I've heard the Future and Young Thug record. Dumb
Which I
Dumb
like that
Dumb.
one. I ain't gonna lie. I thought
I
that
like
one was
that
hard.
What did y'all
too.
think of Thug's first verse? That's Thug's first verse since he got out.
It was just nice to
sounds
hear
like
a studio Thug verse, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And apparently Lil Baby's gonna do a collab album in the future. That was
You
You think he picked a side then?
you can, bro.
yeah.
You
Whose
can.
side is he on?
Which one? On what battle?
No, I'm talking the big battle.
Oh,
The one for good and evil.
Oh, Drake
for
and Kendrick.
dark and light.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Lil Baby said
He
that's
wouldn't-
Drake's guy.
He wouldn't
Or
speak
he's
on
Drake's
it.
guy.
Didn't 21 Savage say something about that on that project, on the Wham project? Wasn't that his feature that he came back at
Said
K-Dot
my
and said
Draco
something?
knows Kung Fu or something like that?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
yeah.
I got
So I think, I mean, just like with Future letting Kendrick Lamar shit fly, I don't think that somebody's not going to hear that and not clear it if you're, not okay with it.
Yeah. But yeah, so would y'all be excited for a future Lil Baby and possibly Young Thug album?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I
No.
mean,
No, I think if Future is leading production, it could be a great album.
it would be
I want-
fun. It's like gym music to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't what
That's a great
That's
genre.
it. It's a great genre, gym music.
Yeah.
it's not it's
Put
not
that
a
in Apple
genre.
Music.
It's not a
What
genre.
is that?
The idea of it doesn't excite me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
just hearing like that could be in the works. I'm not like, oh, no.
I
I'm
need
like,
that.
I'm like, all right,
Was your hype different when you heard that there was gonna be a Lil Baby and Gunna album a few years ago?
no, bro. You know, I really am not as tapped into that Atlanta wave like that is a lot of people are. You know what I mean? Like I would listen to this shit just to know what's going on, but it's not what I put on daily. You know what I mean?
What you listen to daily?
As far as hip hop goes,
Yeah.
The shit I've been spinning the most this year was the Doechii album, Alligator Bites. That shit was probably the hardest album of the year to me. Of course, I was spinning the new Kendrick, the GNX. I was at the beginning of last year, the new J. Cole. This is the hip hop shit that hit to me. You know what I mean? Last year. But Doechii to me, you know, when we were talking about, we said something about artists earlier, you know, Scorpio, he stays really tapped in. I actually learned a lot of shit from him because he's on the new artists all the time. So he was showing me that Doechii Tiny Desk when it came out. And that shit fucking blew my mind, bro. I was like, she is on a different level than we have seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from how she got all the women involved, how you alter little shit about the song for the live performance.
Right.
It'd be the details.
It's her precision. You know what I mean? With the details, the delivery, it's so theatrical, but not overdoing it. You know what I mean? It's so calculated, but real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very impressed with her.
Yeah, she definitely set the standard creatively.
And it's vulnerable music. I can listen to it, and you know, I don't relate to her story necessarily, but I relate to what she's feeling about herself, etc. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah,
you spoken about imposter syndrome, like when you hear like something, another producer or engineer do something crazy.
Before.
Yeah. As an engineer and a producer, like how do you struggle with imposter syndrome from time to time? And if so, like how do you overcome those moments?
Bro, it's not even like time to time. It's like weekly. And I think that I care about the shit so much. I want to be so good that it's like weekly I have a moment. And it might just be a moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll hear some shit and I might be down for 2 days thinking I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like,
I lost this.
Yeah, but like, as far as producer wise goes, it's different because producer wise, I make the music that I like to hear. As far as engineering goes, that's more like objective. You know what I mean? If something sounds good, it sounds good. So when I hear something that's mixed fucking amazing, that's, to me, that is harder on myself in terms of like, how the fuck can my shit ever sound this good? You know what I mean? But as far as producer wise, that's less so because I just love creating with artists in the studio. I don't care about like, you know, what other people are going to think about this necessarily type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the artist fucks with it.
But when it comes to the mixing, I do care what fucking people think about it because that's so important and it's universal. Everything got to get mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
it's got to sound good.
And I look up to engineers the way, you know, we're talking about producers and shit. We're talking about artists. I talk about and listen to and care about engineers like that too. You know what
who
I mean?
Would you say, who is your go engineer?
The guys I look up to the most in the engineering world are Jason Joshua. He mixes fucking anything big. He's mixed it. Like, he does a lot of Latin music as well. TZO, if you guys know TZO. Jesse Ray. These guys, all these artists are like,
I don't know none of these
names. It's very, you got to be in the engineering world to give a fuck, but they're the rock stars right now of the engineering world. Like Chris Brown, TZO's Chris Brown's engineer.
Okay. He be freaking that shit. Boy.
Yeah.
He be freaking that shit.
Jesse Ray is Doja Cat's engineer and Burna Boy's engineer. Jason Joshua has done fucking everybody under the sun. He might have done the Lil Baby, I don't know, but he's been around for a minute doing Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, all kinds of shit. So
damn,
I mean, these guys are rock stars in that world too. You know what I mean? And they're doing podcasts and all that kind of shit, just like anybody else. So I'm tapped in. Yeah,
doing a podcast too. Like it's almost getting to the point in music where the producers and engineers are just becoming just as more important in terms of like just attention and like how people view them.
Right.
When it comes to music.
Right.
Just as much as the artists.
I mean, they shape the sound, right? I mean, so the producers, you know, the artists really be sliding on the beats and we be caring about what they say, but there's no track without the beat to begin with. So
exactly.
It's like you guys are like the linemen.
The O-line and shit, D-line. Yeah.
O-line,
in the trenches, like
making
sure.
that shit right, putting them hours in.
For sure.
The fucking work everybody hates.
Yeah.
You do all that work for somebody to be like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You spend hours on this song. Somebody's like, that shit sucks.
I mean, that shit happens,
but
bro.
that's part of the
I
game.
spend hours on a song and not like it myself. You know what I mean? So
actually, yeah. So as a person who has put out music,
yeah,
and you know, sometimes you know some songs are going to be go over great, some people may not feel them. You know, how do you deal with like the criticism of people maybe having mixed reviews on something you may have done on a song or an album or project? How do you take that as a artist yourself?
I try not to care. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
at the end of the day, if we liked it, whatever, we liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it harks on what I was just talking about, the engineering. Like I do care if people thought it sounded good, because that's objective. Like you can't tell me the shit didn't sound good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can tell me you don't like the song. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me the shit didn't sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's like design to me. Like how you describe it is the same way someone would work on a logo.
type shit.
Yeah. So it's like, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
What represents you the best?
Right.
And then you mesh it with, well, this is my style and this is how, this is what I'm best at.
Right.
Type shit.
Yeah.
It's problem solving.
Exactly. I think it's especially the engineering aspect of it. You know what I mean? How do I make all these fucking sounds you just put on this record come
Pop.
through cohesively?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is a process.
Yeah.
So like now I'm thinking about your roster of artists that you work with, you've been working with consistently.
Mhm.
But is there somebody in the city you haven't got the chance to link up with that you are still trying to like make happen? In
You know,
2025?
I've just started to link with Ontario Ray, and if
Okay, yep.
he is one of the fucking hardest rappers in the city, it's not even debatable.
He works with the Lil Jon brothers. They do all his visuals basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, him.
But I mean, right now he's one of my favorite artists in the city, so I'm hoping to get more locked in with him. But other than that, dude, just keep building with the people I've been building with. You know what I'm saying?
So you got a nice collective in that space.
Thanks. I mean, it's all for one of them to take off. You know what I mean? So everything I do is for one of them to take off. Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very selfless.
Yeah.
I mean, the
As an engineer,
producer, engineer, right?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta
that's the
kinda.
job. But I'm waiting for it. Somebody got to do it eventually. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying earlier. I was like, I'm praying for somebody to have a viral moment soon.
Yeah.
Deadass. I mean, especially a song or something. We need a new viral song in KC. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a minute since we had one.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 years now
Yeah.
since Sleazy Flow.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
So we're at this 5-year mark for you.
Yeah.
What does CodeRed want to accomplish 5 years from now?
I mean, I'm not.
Record label.
That would be dope. I don't know if it's within a 5-year plan, you know, because I feel like that is going to take a large financial investment from me that I'm going to have to stand on.
A team.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. But
So
you might have one in 5 years. Who knows?
I mean,
Because you're only growing. You're adding a third studio space to the recording studio, right?
yeah, we're adding a third space. It's going to be more of a multimedia space for voiceover, commercial recording, podcasting. It's going to be focused on that kind of content. The other two are music based. But, you know, I'm not hoping, it will be. This studio is going to be very successful in 5 years. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that it's going to be a situation in 5 years where it's fucking hard to get into our studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're only working with who the fuck we want to work with.
This
You know what I
works.
mean? Type shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, the new podcasting multimedia room is going to be a pillar within the structure of CodeRed Studios. What is the next thing or next pillar that you want to add to CodeRed Studios once that is up and running? What's your next baby in the umbrella of that?
You know, you're asking me questions I'm not ready for, because I
We
dead ass
asked some tough
haven't.
questions.
I haven't even like gave that much thought, to be honest with you, yet. I'm so focused on just getting this third studio done. You know what I mean? So I can finally, in terms of like that, I can say, you know, we're gonna lock in on that when this third studio is done, which is very close. I mean, me and Scorpio, we talk about all the time about what we want to see that place become. We have ideas for content or series, you know what I mean? But nothing that we've acted on yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely going to be a multimedia kind of place. You know what I mean? It's going to involve some video. It's going to involve some live performance as well. Stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just another outlet for the artists in the building.
Exactly.
Yeah, to
I
do
mean,
more
just
dope
another
shit.
way to showcase what we have here in a positive way that shows, you know, the music, the talent, and the professional resources to combine all that and present it to the world.
Yeah, I think you doing all this now is like perfect timing, because it's like over the last few years, especially like post-pandemic, it seems like we've lost more studio spaces in the city. Like it seems like they're kind of far few in between these days. for
Creative
artists.
spaces too.
Yeah,
just
creative
in
spaces
general.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking earlier about, you know, the Kansas City dollar not being wrapped up in entertainment, I mean, that goes for the artist dollar as well. feel like a lot of artists are careful to want to invest in themselves because you don't see a return on that necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see a return on your dollar. You don't make money by spending money as an artist necessarily, especially in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
Hell no, you don't.
Yeah, no. So
What you guys talking about? I'm
Unless
rich.
you can sell.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, man.
But
We'd have better cameras if I was in a better financial situation.
you holding back on us. I know you were.
No, I'm not. I told y'all
Anyway,
everything about me. Have I not been vulnerable?
They got the GoFundMe
Cool,
link
man.
up
Come
in
on.
the video.
Yeah, get that GoFundMe rolling,
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
Get that money up.
Oh my god.
It's time. It's time.
Oh my god. All right. So we have another clip left, or is it one clip left or two?
I'm not even sure we haven't played
We
the
have
Chief
Rico
one.
and the Chief one. You want to do
Play one, bro.
All right.
Which one? Yeah,
We're
go ahead.
doing Chief.
Girl, you know we both one and the same. I know you way too well for you to be running this game. You know I treat you well whenever I run in that thing. I hit it front to back, this shit got you yelling my name. Got you coming insane, now why you wanna fuck that up? All them bitches talking, need to shut that up. I'm trying to hold you down, that's why I keep this on the up and up. They keeping up with us, need to show E to keep shit up. You keeping up the fuss, might have to let you be. You keep up with that late night stressing, got you late night texting. Girl, you ain't right pressing me with them same old questions. Be on my timeline guessing, on your timeline flexing. It's a fine line between us, don't get no misconceptions. You gotta watch how much stock you put in when people speak. Before you buy into that shit, they gotta show receipts. Let's keep our business in the sheets and out the fucking streets. You know we both some fucking freaks, let's just fucking peace. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that song's so hard. I'm glad it came
Yeah.
out too, bro.
Man, thank goodness. I think last time I was at Juice Jams, I tried to get him to perform that, but he was just like, nah, not yet. I don't have it on me.
Hey, I respect that too, because we want to talk about somebody that comes prepared to a performance. Royal Chief is the utmost professional when it comes to rehearsal and being ready for the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Built the name off that.
Yeah, I respect him, like, for sure, for that aspect specifically, but super prepared, super professional. The band is always on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crown Jewels.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got one more with Rico.
Yeah, you want to just run it?
Yeah, let's get right to Rico.
Rico Slim, let's go.
Look, I don't give a fuck if you could tell. Pussy, weed, blue strips, and cream, my favorite smell. My new bitch so angelic, so I'm quick to raise some hell. And I don't cut no prices down, so I can't keep no clientele. I don't need no fucking label, no cosign double XL. But working way too hard, niggas wanting to see me fail. For real, neon guts in a new whip. Just ran up a dub, now I'm taking like 2 trips. Life feel like a movie, your shit like a news clip. My brother handyman when he letting them tools hit. Bumping all guns, but I know you won't do shit. The accolades you got weak, boy, you really ain't prove shit. Niggas put down 20 on that chain, but out of real estate. I was getting head and forgot I had a deal to make. Niggas matching favor off of mine and think it's still equate. Posted with your bitch eating your food, we got a real to make.
We got a reel to make. Shout out to Rico, man.
Yeah, I love Rico.
So I think that means you got 2 more videos to drop. 2, 3.
Like, what's coming?
Yeah, actually, well, because DMT got. Does he have 1 verse or 2 verses on All or Nothing?
It's really just like one verse. They don't even really have like a structure. He really just went in there and freestyled. He freestyles everything. I mean, shit. Most artists on that tape freestyle everything. It's really crazy to see. But definitely maybe have a video or 2 coming with DMTO.
We need one with Bino. You haven't done Bino's verse yet, have you?
I haven't linked with Bino. Bino's kind of been taking a little winter break, if you will.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen him in a few weeks. But glad he got on the cypher for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see, you know. We'll see what else we got in the tuck.
Yeah, I'm
in the
excited,
files.
man. It's exciting, man. So we got more music on the way this year from CodeRed, production wise,
Absolutely.
wise. Maybe another album this year.
EP.
Cold
Yeah.
Cuts 2. Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, man. Because you told me about that project Cold Cuts dropping Shay show.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I said, you gonna do a Sopranos thing again? And you're like, nah, not on this one. Then this motherfucker drops the fucking trailer
That was a
to
coincidence.
the Sopranos intro.
That shit was fun to make too. But that was a coincidence, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I had the Wire clip on the EP too. So
Yeah.
I just, those are my 2 favorite shows of all time, Sopranos and the Wire. Bro, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
Oh damn.
We getting steam going now.
Yes, now you're getting into the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that makes that show great is exactly what I was talking about. What I like about music is just the realness of it. You know what I mean? That show is so real. So that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? It's not even relatable for me, but I appreciate the realness of it.
Yeah, that moment.
Y'all letting bro put the red hat on?
No.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm never. I wouldn't even let that happen.
Remember it in the beginning of The Wire
with the crack. What's
Bugs?
his name? Bugs. Yeah.
He's
well, I hated Bugs.
Everybody
I hated Bugs the
with
moment
the red
he did
hat,
that.
and he's like this cluck, so he walk up.
Yeah.
Hey, you look good in this hat, man.
And then somebody snap a picture. Like are you letting the cluck, put the hat on you?
I'm not letting nobody touch me. I don't even let my girl. Fuck back. No.
I mean,
no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
a little bit of a different time. They was outside back then. Like, yeah.
Definitely a grimy.
Yeah.
Really on the block with it.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was in New York, this is a random story. When I was in New York, it's semi-relevant. So when I was in New York, it was about a group of us outside. It was like late night. We were at a club, smoking, whatever. And this dude walks by in a Chiefs like memorabilia. I was like, oh shit, the Chiefs. And then everybody that I was standing with is from New York. They're like, oh my God, why'd you even? Because he just joined us. Like, he was a part of our clique now. And they're like, bro, why did you talk to this nigga? Now he wants to. It's like, it was crazy.
How'd you get rid of him?
We walked inside.
You is not coming with us, bro.
we walked inside.
You just lingering.
We just walked away.
Yeah.
That's
So we dipped.
Yeah. But I thought the Sopranos theme was a nice touch. I know you put the Sopranos theme on the DMTO single you did. Was it Dame on there too?
What Sopranos part are you talking about?
It was the single you did with DMTO.
I did Arizona, which was with them.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's one of my favorite songs like I've ever made.
I think it was one of your singles.
Could have been, bro. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, no, it was hot.
Yeah.
That was a great song too.
Y'all shot a video for that too, right?
No, we didn't, but we should have. I shot some short form content like that.
Did
but
you put it out as a single?
I did.
Okay,
That was actually about a year ago ish.
Yeah.
When we put that out.
It was pretty recent.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That was 2 singles ago I put out. Then I put out the Love Ain't Dead joint with Shanann and TC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was on basically MIA till Cold Cuts came out.
Yeah.
So that was damn near a year, bro.
Damn.
I know. I hate it because I sit here and I preach consistency and then I disappeared for damn near a year, but I was building something else. So.
Yeah, you had to build something.
Building the infrastructure,
right?
You got
yeah.
It's okay to disappear to build the infrastructure. Come back with a house. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
the fucking nails on the chalkboard to me is when an artist says I'm taking a break or I'm taking a hiatus. I'm just like,
I know what that means. It's over.
But the legs never stop moving. It's like a duck. You know what I'm saying? Under the water, the legs are going crazy.
Hey, look,
but you're still going along.
Some of them,
in your case, Cody,
code for I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
I was speaking specifically to your case and building
Yeah.
a studio.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. And I mean, there was even a point this summer, past where I was like, man, I could drop a single. And I'm like, but I wouldn't give it the resources it needs to be presented the way I want to present it. You know what I mean? So
as opposed to like, hey, and then here's a single.
Yeah, here's a single. Here's nothing to go with it, and I'll see y'all. Exactly,
yeah,
like
type shit.
That's the other thing. It's a fine line when especially when you like help coaching these artists about like fucking drop some shit and drop some shit, but it needs to have the whole package with it. You know what I mean? So
that's why you play a crucial role here. Because you're helping, spread the word.
Thanks.
Doing
Thanks.
frustrating and do it in real time because it's like sometimes the words fall on deaf ears.
And I'm probably wearing my emotions on my face on the camera right now, just like damn. But
thanks, man.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
So we have 2 more things on the docket. I have to actually run to the restroom. I gotta be a bad
Are you serious?
producer.
You gonna tell us that and then make us wait on you to get back?
No.
down here to
I
finish
want
the
you to
docket?
talk about it while I'm gone.
Okay.
Right? So
segue.
Yeah, we briefly. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
God damn. Briefly mentioned this before the pod, and we talked about it, but it is the title, the SEO puller for today.
Yeah.
Tweaker. Song of the year.
Swerve on that
how are we
corner.
feeling? How we
Song
feeling?
of the year is fucking insane.
Well, granted, the year just started, so I like his chances so far.
Shit.
Hey man, I like the record. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like the memes associated with it.
The 2003 memes.
Yeah, the verse not crazy.
Nah,
And
the hook's banging though, and I like the sound. I like the old.
I
Cash
mean,
Money sound.
educate me, please, because like, has he been like a rapper previous to this, or this is his first song?
Not to my, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either,
nothing about
but-
it. I was hella surprised when that shit came out, but
I can't lie. The celebrity aspect of it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a celebrity, so here's my rap song.
Yeah,
I hate that.
it's a cheat code.
I hate that. It waters it down for me.
Mhm.
It makes me think that that person doesn't even take it serious. They don't give a fuck, or maybe he does. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But this is my perspective. I don't like somebody exploiting the art form, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
it's like
You
a
know what I mean?
one-off
For
trick.
celebrity gain. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's not exploitation here.
Yeah.
Like I think he genuinely is trying to be an artist and make some music.
Okay.
But
That's why I said, please educate
I
me.
mean,
I
'cause if-
definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like that to me, especially how they moving about it.
I mean, because if it wasn't Leangelo,
Ball.
would it even have this hype?
Nah.
Exactly.
probably not.
If we heard this
Unless-
song and said,
unless-
"Hey, this is from some dude from fucking Springfield," are we turning up like that on that track?
Nah, but see that
Definitely not.
Yeah.
because like I think
Unless it's
Leangelo,
the right video, you know.
Right.
I think Leangelo being Leangelo like adds to the meme factor of it. And
Right.
so that's why it also just became like this whole sensation.
Well, the
'Cause it's
meme
like-
factor is the part that fucking I hate, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to be so genuine with it, but it's like at the end of the day, I can't deny it. Shit's a hit right now.
Yeah, but now granted, will it probably be a hit in like 5-6 months?
You know,
Probably
5
not.
days.
Yeah, 5 days.
I mean-
Hey, at the speed music moves right now, I'm surprised we're even
Shit.
sitting here talking about cold cuts. To be
Shit
honest
be
with you, bro.
moving hella fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
That should be making
You
me
actually dropped at a
nauseous.
good time though, because you dropped at the time where the industry pretty much like goes silent until like middle of January.
Right. And here's Lil Baby and Leangelo right at the
Battling
top of
out
the
for
year.
number
Yeah.
one spot.
So I mean, like, I don't know. That used to be a thing. I think now with everybody, so like the technology's right here at our own hands. Maybe it's not as much, but
Mhm.
I hear what you're saying. It was a little quiet. Cheyenne just dropped a whole project the day before I did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Damn, he did.
The motivation,
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about that. Damn.
which was unintentional, to be honest. I had my date picked out for a while, and he kind of did like a shock drop,
Yeah.
week notice.
How do you
So
feel about that? How do you feel about the week notice, the
Day of drop?
surprise drop? How do you feel about that?
I think when we talk about the speed at which music moves now, it is beneficial, to be honest. I feel like if you can say this is out right now, and somebody can be like, okay, well, shit, let me go check it out right now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you are, especially a smaller artist, and you say, my product's coming out, we go off today, my product's coming out March 1st, make sure you tap in. We've already burnt out by March 1st on everything you got to say about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you gotta kind of just put that shit out there and see what people gravitate towards. Like you doing. The new play really is to put your project out, do some content, do some shows.
yeah.
Go perform it, go shop
Yeah.
it around.
Mm.
I mean, like a week's notice, I can vibe with that. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I did for cold cuts. I announced that shit like 5 days in advance, maybe.
Yeah, like the week.
Had some picks to go with it and shit. But too far in advance, man. I don't like this like pre-save my new single coming out next month shit. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's just we have so much music coming out so fast. We don't have time to sit here and think about your shit coming out in a few weeks. We don't.
Because something new is going to drop by the time that comes out.
You want people to, when they see something that they like right now, be able to go get it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
or like maybe in 2 days.
Right. It's
type
like, KG, why would you show me something I can't fucking have, bro?
Yeah.
You
2
know?
months from now? Yeah. Like, come on. We're going to be off it.
Right.
And as unfortunate as that is.
And you know what? You'll fuck around and Kendrick gonna shock drop on the same day.
Yeah.
Then
Then you're busted.
Right,
Actually,
yeah.
Nah, son, Drake shock dropped on the day the album dropped. I think he dropped Certified Lover Boy that day.
When?
When we
we
dropped the
did-
Yadda
Oh, y'all
Yadda
talking
album.
about y'all?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
So
you
that
were
hits
trying to
home.
talk about the party, whatever.
No.
But it's not, our community supported us.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's like, it's not the same.
Right.
Yeah. But
It's not like we was competing for Billboard.
Right.
Nah,
Exactly.
but
So
you
it's
know,
like-
it's just like, God damn it, dog. We
We're
was,
like
we was right there.
0.01% of market share.
We was
Right.
Fuck
there.
Drake.
Yeah. was
And
like,
I mean,
come on, son.
you guys had the show and everything to go with it. Like,
Yeah.
But I think, that's the best way to do that shit.
yeah, for
You
sure.
gotta connect with people around you
For sure.
like that. You can actually touch, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to get that attention. look, people be on brain rot on their phone. Look at Andre doing it right now.
Stop it, man. I'm sharing the link to get us more viewers, bro. I'm doing like that.
on this
Come on,
real.
man.
Hey, Bills won, y'all. 31 fucking was it 7 or some shit? Like
Damn,
that?
they
And the
didn't,
Broncos
Broncos
never
didn't
scored.
score again.
Yeah.
They did exactly.
Who said
what
they might have an upset? Who said that in here?
No, I
Tony
said I
Romo.
wanted them
Yeah,
to
I
have
definitely
this.
wanted it,
Yeah,
but they are who we thought they were. You know,
The
what I'm
Broncos
saying?
are still the Broncos. The
yeah,
Bills are still
exactly.
The Bills. Yeah.
So it means we get Houston.
We get Houston.
No Deshaun Watson though.
We're Beyonce yet. We finna have a Christmas game again. Them niggas scored 3 points, didn't it? Or was it 2? It was 2 because of a safety on Christmas.
Versus
Houston Texans.
was they playing Detroit?
They're
Who was
playing
they
the
playing?
Ravens.
They're
Ravens.
playing the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Belt to ass.
Yeah.
Needed. Arrowhead.
Fucking in that the day Tank Dell got his shit mangled.
No, that was versus us.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah,
That shit almost.
that was at Arrowhead, bro.
So we're at 1:30.
All right. Wow. That flew by.
We got one more thing in the title.
Yeah.
We got 2025 predictions.
2025 predictions.
3-peat.
Oh God.
Chiefs win.
Repeat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knock on wood, please.
100%.
Yeah. Redemption. Yeah.
Actually, let's see. Does Drake continue the battle?
Is it still happening?
what
Am I
battle is it
asleep?
though?
Well, like
yeah,
I say more so not with Kendrick, but just people that were around.
I mean,
That's it. situation.
Yeah,
'Cause, like, you dissing-
Drake is gonna be like,
Petty.
yeah, he's gonna be subbing. Well, it's just more Drake shit.
Drake
Yeah.
gonna sub forever. He was subbing before the beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
just gonna continue as usual. I think Kendrick drops, and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Again.
Yeah.
I
like
think
before or after
You
the
think
Super
he
Bowl?
waits?
you think the next drop is gonna go as crazy?
Yeah, because he about to do the world tour with SZA.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I think.
I don't know
I
what
don't
he
think he
would put
drops.
out.
it.
Yeah, I don't know how it could get any more turnt than it is.
Mate, you think
Unless he drops.
maybe he
after the
does a
Super Bowl
deluxe.
before the deluxe. Maybe he drops after the Super Bowl.
Some people were saying
Maybe
he
Baby
dropped
Keem comes out of
before.
his cave.
y'all think? I think he does not like us at the Super Bowl somehow.
I think it's the dun, 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 dun. That's how he comes out. Dun, dun, like some Jaws.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
I think-
dun, 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 you know.
I think
the
he might
shark.
start with TV off.
You think?
That'd be a good way to start. But
Even humble? Like
I feel like
yeah,
not like us is the stamp.
I
what
think it's
got
gonna
him
come
there.
in like the
It's the stamp.
horns.
It's
It's
what
gonna
got
come
him
in the
there.
horns, bro.
It's like the
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't even know what you would call it. The garnish.
I know where I'm gonna be with the TV on.
Oh,
right
God.
there.
Facts.
Y'all all invited now that we in the playoff season.
All right. Is it gonna be a welcoming environment? Because did you say a fight almost broke out last time at your crib?
No. Yeah, for Super Bowl. But that's because the energy was off. The energy was off because this one dude who I really don't like, he don't come over no more.
He was at his house.
He came late
He got banished.
in the fourth quarter. Once or not the fourth, it was
Shadow
the third
realm.
quarter. We losing and shit. He wanted to start arguing about high school records. I'm like, please respect my house and stop this. He's like, fuck it, I'm about to leave. And everybody said, okay. So he left, but he hasn't come over really since because he accused my brother of stealing an Xbox and it was just a whole bunch of shit. He's just not
Bro,
a good character.
If the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, don't be showing up to my crib at third quarter. Don't come.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't come.
That's what I told him. I was like, please don't invite, and he did. So, but now they're not cool no more, so he ain't gonna come.
Even better.
You're
your
more than
apartment?
welcome to pull up to my apartment for
We'll
the
have to-
Chiefs games. We'll have stuff. Most likely it'll be BYOB
Fair enough.
until the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship. Those 2 games,
Oh, you
will try
hosting?
to like do the host, like host it up, chips,
I've heard
snacks.
Andre say some of the most foulest shit watching football games.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not proud.
Holy.
I do the tomahawk
I'm
chop.
not proud.
I'm not proud.
I do the tomahawk chop also, and I'm
Yeah.
white, so
Yeah. You know what we need to
extra.
get rid of though? Those Mahomes hats, them hair hats. Those things need to burn.
Are you not with it?
Those things need to burn.
What's your problem with it?
Those things need to burn. Those things need
They
to
just
burn.
gotta burn.
Mahomes damn near need to get rid of the hair, bro.
I think that's his power. He might be Samson.
Then don't.
What's he
cut
gonna
that
get a
shit.
fade?
Yeah.
He
What's-
just needs to
That'd
keep
be
doing
horrible.
his thing.
If he
Whatever
looked like
whatever
Curry,
regimen
imagine
he
he
on.
like had the skeeter.
I mean, when he was on that quarterback show, he was talking about cutting it then.
Yeah, but
Maybe he'll trim it down to like a shorter length, but he probably won't shave it all the way off. Maybe.
he'll fuck around and look like Jake from State Farm.
Ooh, them commercials gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
When he get that haircut.
But But Joe, prediction. Did you already get it off?
Let's see. Prediction. Let's see. What's gonna happen this year? Kendrick. See, we got Kendrick. What about? I'll just say a wild one. ASAP Rocky will drop his album.
He has one.
Every-
That's a real question.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
He's
he
been
had,
putting out singles.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
had one since 2022, allegedly, because there's a scene of him opening up Thursday Night Football. You know, Thursday nights is Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a Amazon Prime deal where he would perform and whatnot. Actually, how In the Lowest Ferns really became a thing way back then.
Mhm.
So in that intro of Thursday Night Football, he's like, "Hey man, don't be dumb. It's time. It's right now." And that was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
So
and then he last year he was gonna put it out because he went on like a little single run. He dropped like 3 singles. He announced the drop date was gonna be August 30th, which is the first time he gave us an actual release date. And then like the week of or the week before the release date, they canceled everybody's pre-saves and pre-orders
refunded it.
and was like, "Yeah, we got to clear some samples for the album, so we're gonna push it back to the fall later."
Damn.
And then here we are in January.
I think it's because y'all only got that trial going on. It hasn't been a lot of smoke around it, but he has an
What do you-
active trial.
About what?
I don't
He shot
know. I
somebody.
haven't seen a lot of smoke around it.
Or he's on trial for allegedly shooting somebody.
Rocky is not playing.
Yeah.
Y'all better leave that nigga alone.
Yeah.
So hopefully Rocky don't go to jail and drops the album. I
Yeah.
would like that. Even though I just got word ASAP Mob died this year.
gonna
He's
lo-
dead. So
Bro, just Rihanna and ASAP, give us a collab album.
I don't want
and y'all
it.
both can retire.
I don't want to collab.
You mean like a 2088, but Rihanna? And
No, I
Rocky?
mean,
ASAP
I mean like a Love Below speaker box. You get an album, I get an album, A, B,
okay, some dual
and go
shit.
away. Do whatever y'all want to do.
No, they should do like 5 songs, like a 10
He
song
just cringed.
deal.
What was that?
like, I don't want a collab album from them two, bro. I want an
Why?
ASAP Rocky album.
Yeah, you can
ASAP
get-
Rocky. Keep Rihanna
just
away
like
from
we
that.
got an Andre Benjamin album and a Big Boy album.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
not-
know Big Boy's name.
Rihanna
Hey,
is
and
What's Big Boy's real name? Like first and last.
Andre Patton.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
Big Boy.
Big boy.
The rapper.
Yeah.
Andre Patton.
That nigga name is Andre.
They both
Yeah.
Andres.
Oh wait, no.
Come on, bro.
What? I don't know. Sir Lucius left foot. I don't know, motherfucker.
you got the laptop.
yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Google that.
Big. I thought the expert, Mr. Hip Hop.
His last name is Patton. I do know his last name's Patton.
I mean, that's one of Outkast's worst albums, bro.
Which one?
Speaker Box Love Below.
Oh, then we just about to end the
Antoine.
pod.
hey, Antoine Andre Patton. You were right.
Okay. Yeah, motherfucker.
But his middle name is Andre.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, my name's Lamont. No, it's not. You're Andre. No, you're Goo. No. All right. What about you, Alex? We got a prediction? Was it the deluxe?
25.
Yeah, I say Kendrick drops again. He
Let
does
me
not like
ask
us.
you this: does Travis Scott drop again this year? Because it's been 2 years since Utopia.
I don't know. I didn't really listen to Utopia like that.
I know it's fascinating, ain't it?
What that I just don't listen.
That
to
was
Travis
2 years
Scott.
too
No, no,
late,
no.
though.
It's just the
He
fact
should have
that-
killed them kids.
Because, like, think about it. We were watching the Raw shit, right? Oh my god, we were watching Monday Night Raw. Travis Scott made an appearance on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, the rollout started.
He performed Fiend and all that shit, and then I hit me. I was like, damn, he really been pushing Fiend for a whole year. Like he pushed that shit all last year. But I don't.
That shit push itself. The algorithm is just using that shit.
The algorithms for
And it's
fiends.
Cardi. It's Cardi is like
But
messy.
a whole year, like that's kind of rare. I feel like I don't know.
Ain't it been 2 years? I thought that shit came out in 23.
I'm sure
No, it
Travis
didn't.
Scott been dealing
Yeah,
with
so
a
that's
lot
2
of shit,
years.
a lot of legal shit.
But then, like, he spent the last year just pushing Fiend. I mean, he did like world tours and shit around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
that's worse.
you only saw clips of Fiend. You didn't see no clips from another album or from like other songs on that album. Like, I don't see him perform Meltdown. I don't hear people play Meltdown. I haven't seen him perform My Eyes. I just see him perform Fiend in all these live clips.
I want in 2025, this is my prediction, that rappers will take off the shoulder pads and stop biting Tizo touchdown. Take off the shoulder pads,
Keep
Drake.
Tizo, take the shoulder pads off.
it's all
Yeah.
about big pants now.
Yeah. Take
Yo,
the
yeah,
shoulder
we back in
pads
the
off.
baggy area. Y'all ready for that?
It's not. It's like the 70s baggy era.
Oh,
What if-
like
what
bell
if-
bottoms?
Yeah, yeah.
What if the sky fell down and we went back to the hyphy era?
Hey,
And he
we
just
we kind of were for a minute when GNX dropped. Now I'm back on my Draco the
Still
Ruler shit.
listening to GNX.
Yeah,
Sebastian, what's your prediction this year?
Cardi?
Frank Ocean.
Nah, I ain't got no prediction.
Huh?
I ain't got none.
You ain't got nothing.
I love
The
that.
mic got comfortable. I ain't got shit.
I love it.
I like that. Sebastian Angel. I like that. What's your prediction for 2025?
Prediction, I think probably we're gonna see country continue to
Rise.
its rise and its dominance.
The end of rap.
I don't know if it's the end, but
It's something new.
I'm okay with hip hop not being the most streamed genre no more because that shit gets watered
let
down
the party
fast. Yeah.
That's when the artists come out.
And then the artists are gonna start shifting the country. They can go pollute that bullshit with that
Someone
bullshit.
pour me up a double.
And then
cup of
hip-hop.
whiskey. That shit
What was the
fire.
last like wave of country that really swept popular music?
I don't think it ever left.
Ain't it this?
Yeah, what we in right now?
No, when was before this? Before this
All
recent
my
time?
exes live in
I mean
Texas.
probably like the 90s, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was similar to what we're talking about now. You know, country and hip hop were really going crazy in the 90s. So was rock though. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of country.
You had like Garth Brooks and shit popping in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then Garth Brooks would be getting it gone. He was selling out stadiums.
Bro, he sold
back
like
to back. Then he sold T-Mobile out.
oh, he sold
2
T-Mobile
nights?
out. No, like 8.
Yeah, he
8
ran it
nights?
up.
Yeah.
He refused to leave actually
Yeah.
after a while.
I'm moving into T-Mobile.
I mean that
Center, guys.
that man has a live album that sold 30 million copies. You know what I'm saying? So a live album.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Different influence.
But I think country continues to go up and up. I bet we start to see more of these Beyonce does a country type thing, but you know, a different artist, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like so and so's going country.
They tried to tell her it wasn't country.
Because she's black.
You know, some things you just
Spoiler.
can't win. Even Beyonce has.
I
to
can't fight my skin color.
You know, just no matter how Texas I go on an album, it's just not enough, is it? It's not enough.
Don't tell that to Sammy Sosa.
Yo.
All right, on that note.
All right, and what's the song we gonna end on, CodeRed?
Shit, I sent through Rent Due. I've been talking about. It's my favorite song on the project.
That's right.
Mine too.
TC and Dame slid.
And if people want to book at CodeRed Studios, how can they make that happen?
CodeRed
That camera right
Productions
there.
KC.com. CodeRed
Right.
Productions KC.com. You can schedule on there or just DM me at CodeRed KC. I got you. We'll get you set up.
Any shout outs?
My boy Scorpio, rocking with us at the studio. Great artist, great engineer. Tap in with him as well.
All right.
All right.
Y'all heard it right there.
Hey,
man.
wait.
Hold
Happy
on.
birthday, Dad.
It's his dad's birthday. Drop a
Yeah.
bomb, Andre.
He's
Got it.
fucking 66.
Dude, my dad's 62, man. That should be,
Damn, y'all dads are
man.
getting up there. Yo.
I'd be
Yeah.
kind of tearing up, bro. Like,
that-
damn.
hit that
do
Kevin
too,
Hart.
but,
Damn.
hey,
My dad 53.
all my dad asked me for, because I asked him, you know, how can I make your life easier, you know, or what do you want out of this year in your life?
Go shovel the
He just
snow.
want time. He fucking said that shit though too.
I said, I don't know, Dad.
But no,
That's
Anything else I can help you with?
he just want
Anything
time.
else?
that's a senior citizen answer. They just want time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the best thing you could give them. Anyone that you love or you care about, just give them your attention and time. Actually,
Message.
time, you know, and focus on making it quality time.
Message.
Let's get out of here.
All right, y'all. Until next time, this is the first episode of 2025 for the Yadda Yadda podcast. It's been a great one. It's the kid Joe Cornell. We got Black Hyphy. We got CodeRed, Andre, Sebastian. Let's do. Until next time, we out. Drop a bomb, Andre.
Can't drop a ball.
Talk to him. Cut the lights on them one time. I can make her fuck off a punchline. Oh, you don't do perks, baby, that's fine. We can get lit off a red wine. You just want designer, baby, that's fine. She got that wet, call her alkaline. I just spent 10K, sent the packs through. The way she shut the dick, know the rent due. She see me get a bag, told her chip in. I can introduce her to the deep end. Do you want this life, girl, it depend. I like everything exotic, not a cheap man. I'm from Killer City, I be geeking. Won't be home for too long, I be creeping. New Glock just for defense. I ain't worried about no nigga cause they pretend. I ain't worried about no nigga cause they phony. New bad bitch, pussy sound like macaroni. Too hot, baby, they could never hold me. One-on-one, baby, they could never clone me. Riding shotgun, I'm from the show me. Niggas say they got beef, it's baloney. Niggas think they top tier, they below me. I be running to the money like a dope fiend. Nigga, cut the lights on them one time. I can make her fuck off a punchline. Oh, you don't do perks, baby, that's fine. We can get lit off a red wine. You just want designer, baby, that's fine. She got that wet, call her alkaline. I just spent 10K, sent the packs through. The way she shut the dick, know the rent due.
I can make her wet off of one song. She love the way I spit it, but her nigga don't. When you get her, better treat her like a centerfold. If I take her far away, that's a milestone. Pick a place, baby, tell me where you wanna go. I could take you around the world like Rosetta Stone. She don't smoke, but she say she want an edible. You ain't even gotta say it, they already know. Come on, I'ma hit it raw like I'm on a pill. Yes, mister, I'ma always keep it real. Yes, how you this calm and it's still wet? She a real threat, she ain't chill, jet. Turn around, bust it down till you out of breath. I'm in town, wipe me down, she love me to death, ayy. I'm from the most, so you gotta show me that, ayy. Gotta throw it back, ayy. Know you owe me that, look.
Cut the lights on them one time. I can make her fuck off a punchline. Oh, you don't do perks, baby, that's fine. We can get lit off a red wine. You just want designer, baby, that's fine. She got that wet, call her alkaline. I just spent 10K, sent the packs through. The way she shut the dick, know the rent due.